Okay, it looks like this is working. Hello everyone, and by everyone I mean, wow, 4 people straight away. Absolutely, that's impressive. Hello and welcome. Thank you for coming along to watch, and for my third stream of Laurence Plays Factorio Space Exploration. And see, the last stream, I think I made a start on this, didn't I? Yes, I started putting down all of the blueprints for this holmanite smelting area up here on whatever this planet is called, Henkisesui. And this was sort of my big expansion out to start making the blue circuits in a slightly more what's the word I'm looking for? A slightly more sustainable way, because you can make them for about half the price if you pump in some of the holmanite. So across here we've got the areas here that's doing all of the actual smelting of and producing of the metal. So it comes in here as an ore. I say comes in here. This belt appears to be empty because, well, I think it's all just gone down to the far end of it already. Or maybe it's just, yeah, there's some down here, some down here. Yes, there we go. So it then gets pulled in here, crushed down here, then we're washing it, powdering it, and turning it into ingots. From there, we're then feeding those up. And one of the things I did while this was between episodes, so I've got this belt coming up here that's supposed to take it away, and it's being turned into plates here, and also being passed off to one of the rockets up here. And the idea is we've then also got this big system here for producing the actual circuits themselves, which are then going to be fed off to the other rocket. So in theory, this should provide for both of them, as long as we don't use the holmium up too quickly. So I guess we'll see how that goes. There's a few things left to do here, as you can see from all these flashing cog icons all over the place. I've run out of quite a lot of stuff. Specifically, where is it? It's the... Oh yeah, about half. Stop moving. About halfway down. So I've not got remotely enough productivity modules. I've not got enough stack inserters. I've not got enough yellow belts. I've not got enough blue underground belts and splitters. So these are all things I'm going to need to bring up to here as well. I have also put in this landing pad here, which is collecting vulcanite just coming in from one of my other planets, from Ganymede, in fact, and then that's being piped out then to be used for smelting the copper up here, and also for making the red cation beads here, which are then going to be passed round and round and round and round and round down here to process the holmanite. So that's reasonably complete so far. I think I've got most of what I need in here. So we've got everything here for turning the holmanite into holmium, and then we've got up here we've got a module for making blue circuits themselves. I may need to double that. We'll see. Then over here I've got something to smelt the copper, and then I've got stations to bring in copper, bring in coal, bring in oil, and bring in holmanite, because those are the things I worked out that I needed, because I need a supply of plastic as well for the other part of the making the cation beads. And the oil, I forget what that was for. I'm sure that was needed. Oh, I need that for. I was going to use that for rocket fuel. So we've got up here. We've got a plant for making the rocket fuel and pumping it into the rockets. Oh, and of course, plastic. You need oil for plastic in the petroleum gas. So that's all of that. That's pretty much all of the inputs. There is a few things left though, so all these pipes at the moment don't go anywhere. So as you can see from here, I'm going to need a supply of steam and a supply of sulfuric acid. Up here I need a supply of water for... up here I need a supply of water for cracking the oils down to the lighter, the petroleum gas and the light oil. And I think that might be it. Oh, and we need a supply of water for washing the crushed ores as well. That's not too difficult though, because we've got a massive lake here, so I can whack a couple of pumps in this. In fact, I already have. So we've got water coming up here, being fed into here for the oil processing. So I just need to link that up to this one. Then I need to boil it to go into... Oh, and I need to pass it into all of these as well for the washing stage. I need to boil it for the steaming stage, wherever that was, here. And I need to make some sulfuric acid. Once that's done, fingers crossed, this should work. So let's have a look at that first. Let's do the easy bit. Come over here, and I can link this water pipe here. Up to this input here. I also need to link it across to all of the water inputs over here. So it's going to be a little bit of tidying up at the beginning of this episode and finishing off the things I probably should have done before, but clearly haven't. Oh, and there's a sand output here as well, which I'm probably just going to end up turning into glass and shoving in another rocket. And then maybe eventually I'll do something useful with that. We'll have to see. Okay, so we've got 2 pipes of water here, so I can probably link this one down here somewhere until I find some more, like that. And then again down here. So I've got 4 of these setups doing the no, do what I mean. There we go. Doing the actual converting of the holmanite ore into the holmium metal. So I need to basically copy this, do this 4 times over. Yes, there's another one down there. Yes, it is. Every time. And there's always a tree in the way as well. So there's 4 of these, and I'm hoping that that's going to give me enough throughput to actually produce the amount of the ores and things that I need, the metals I need, and then I can start shipping that off to the space station and hoping that there's enough of that to actually keep everything running as it needs to. Over here, we can link that in. I think we'll probably find that one of these offshore pumps does produce enough water for all of this. If it turns out it doesn't, I can always add to it. That's not really a problem. It's relatively easy to add an extra pump in, and then probably just split off and have one of them going up these pipes and the other one pushing it down these ones. So I'm not too worried about that for now, but we'll see how it goes. The next step, and this is going to be something else that requires water, is going to be to produce the steam. Now, do I have any actual fuels around here? I don't think that I do. I mean, I've got the supply of coal coming in here. I'm making solid fuel further up. I've got vulcanite here, which I believe might be able to do something with. You can certainly make rocket fuel out of it, but that seems like a rather extravagant way to make to boil water. So what I'm going to do? Did I bring any boilers with me? I don't know. Let's find out. Let's see if I can find any. No boilers. Great. Oh, actually, I don't have any logistics bots, so I won't know if there's any boilers or not until I try to place them. So let's do that. Let's do that first. I'll stick a couple of these down. We'll see if any of them just turn up. Oh no, I did that for a reason. I went onto this mode for a reason. Which one's steam? It's this upper one. So if I do that, we can at least find out from this whether I've got whether I brought the boilers up with me. The other possibility, actually, come to think of it, is I might have brought some electric boilers with me. It seems less likely, but you never know. It's the sort of thing I might have done. So I'll put those all down, and we'll see if the bots come over to place them. If not, I'll just have to build some. But that's not an issue. I've got enough stuff in my inventory to build 33 of these, because these boilers are an incredibly basic recipe. It's just that they're just a little bit of iron and a little bit of stone, because they're meant to be one of the first things you build before you've got any electricity at all, because, well, it's where you get it from. So let's just build a couple of those, and we'll see if that's enough. So this is my water pipe. So actually, let's just do this with normal pipes rather than faffing around with undergrounds unnecessarily. And we can then feed this in to the steam input. Simple. And now, as before, I need to pass this up to the other machines that are going to need the steam. And this needs to go in both directions, and just, yeah. Is this the top one? Yes, it is. So as before, I need to put in 4 of these, and with a bit of actual proper prior planning, I could probably have done this far more effectively and had all of this on my original blueprints. But that would have required a bit of planning ahead, and it turns out I haven't done that. So I'm just going to have to come in and do this manually for now. Put that there. There. Still a tree in the way. There we go. And carrying on. My plan is, once I've got this up and running, which hopefully won't take too long, I can then head off back to the space station and start... There we go. And start doing some of the more exciting stuff, like developing new sciences and that sort of thing. And I'm sure that's what you're all really here for, not watching me placing down the odd pipe here and there. But hopefully it'll oh no, keep that as one of them. Hopefully it's not too bad, and you find it reasonably interesting. And of course, if I'll try and keep sort of talking about what I'm doing. Oh, but that was all of them. Counting apparently is not my strong suit. So is that all? Got 1, 2, 3 in that mess. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's 4. Okay, so now we need to have some coal coming over there in order to get the actually boil the water. I think one of the things I've run out of, rather ridiculously, I've run out of yellow belts, but I've still got quite a lot of blue belts. Only 3 in my inventory, but I think there's some in these boxes. Yeah, there we go. Like 600 of those. Now, it did occur to me that I could just go through and replace all of the blue belts that I'm missing with all of the yellow belts that I'm missing with blue belts. In fact, I could do this sort of thing as well, which is a bit ridiculous, but will work. Yeah, let's have some nice coherent speed going through there. Have I got any splitters? Yes, I have. Maybe when I get some more bits and pieces up here, I'll actually replace those with slightly more sensible arrangements of belts, so I don't have the colour changes going on in there. The other thing I've run out of, as you saw, was green inserters. I do have some red, but that would mean going around placing them all manually or faffing around with the blueprints. I don't really want to have to do that, mostly out of laziness. Why is there no water in this? So I've sort of tried to avoid that for now. But in the sort of worst case, I could do that. Why is there no water in this? Oh, there's a missing underground pipe down here. That must be outside the Roboport catchment area. Yes, it is. Alright, we'll just do that the easy way. And then the robots will come down and build that. Then we're down to one more thing, and that's sulfuric acid. Oh, sulfuric acid needs iron. Oh, that's annoying. So I've got a number of the ingredients I'm needing coming in here: holmonite oil, coal, and copper. And that's everything for what I've built so far. But I've just remembered that these things require sulfuric acid, and I've got this funny feeling there's something else. Oh yes, it's the blue circuits that require sulfuric acid as well. So yeah, I'm gonna need to make sulfuric acid around here. Now that's not too much of an issue because I do have a system set up for trains to drop off iron ore, and as you can see that works. So I am just going to need to put in another station here and squeeze in some iron processing, and then also squeeze in some to make some sulfur processing, which is another load to put on the petroleum gas here. But I don't think that's going to be a problem. The only decision is where to put it, because I've sort of, as usual, I've kind of built myself into a corner. Hi Peter. Yes, we've. Speaking of boilers, yes, I've been putting some boilers in. So this is the holmonite processing that I was working on in the middle of the week as well, and I'm now just trying to get in and get it finished off and actually up and working. Now, as you can see by the wild cog icons all over the place. There's quite a lot of stuff I'm missing. It's mostly productivity modules, inserters, and a number of blue underneathies and things like that. So I have started. I'll talk about that a little more actually. I've started loading all of these things onto a rocket down here. So we've got this one. Yeah. So this should be everything I need to finish off that base, and some other stuff as well, because I don't know, I just got a bit carried away. So we've got some more miners coming up, which is far more than I need. We've got some more of the industrial furnaces as well, and a huge number of blue belts. So I went in and looked at what I was missing, and then got a bit carried away with adding things in. It turned out one of these chests was still requesting stuff. This is one of the mods I installed. I can drop blueprints into a logistics chest now, and it will request all the stuff they need. The problem is the blueprints I was using were too big to fit in the chest. There's literally too many things to fit them all in a single chest in one go. And if you leave an inserter on it here running, then you get duplicates of things because things will be unloaded, but the chest will still try and request more of them. So it's a little bit silly, but it did kind of work. Although I have got a bit more of some of the stuff I needed. What I'm planning to do at the moment is carry on doing the building work and just trying to get to the point where I've hopefully worked out all the things I've forgotten, if you know what I mean. So there won't be any more of these little surprises in there for me to realise oh no, I've run out of big power poles or whatever. So I'm trying to get this up to that point, and then once that's done, I'm going to fill this rocket up with any additional stacked rocket sections and cargo rocket pods in order to have a decent number of rockets up here on this planet that I can then send back. So at the moment I've got it set up down here. We've got this system essentially unloading the rockets as they come in. So any vulcanite gets pushed out this way. Stacked rocket sections will go up this belt. Unstacked ones will be stacked and then go up here, and cargo pods up here. That feeds them up to the whole rocket area further up the thing. It occurred to me, the reason I normally put in a warehouse on the output of these things and then unload from there is because at the moment there's still loads and loads of vulcanite in this landing pad, which is great because it means I've got a big supply of vulcanite, but it's not so great because it means this doesn't unload, and if this doesn't unload, then I can't bring another rocket out here. So I need to build a this is going to be another one of those circular problems. I need to build a warehouse to put on the output in order to get a warehouse up here, I'm going to need to either bring the parts for a warehouse, which is a massive quantity of steel and concrete, or make that stuff up here. And I can't do the former because this is already partly full, and the latter will be tricky for all kinds of reasons. So what I think I might end up doing is building up a load of steel chests and turning this into an unload into the chest and then unload onto the belts system. So I put the chests in this row, the next set of inserters here, the belts here. Yeah, so I'll need to move all of this out one. So let's pick this up. And that. And then I can make some more steel chests. Whack these down here. Like that. We'll need power for all of this. Put it there and there, I think that'll probably be alright. I'm going to unload this onto I am going to unload this onto a blue box. I do have the gubbinses. I think I've got more white filter inserters around. I guess we'll find out. And that should give me an even-ish. 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, close enough. And then we can put this one in here, this one up here, and there we go. That's all sorted now. Except that those ones aren't powered. Why are they not powered from? Oh, okay. We'll lose this one. Right. So the problem I had there was that these don't have the RAM. Oh, why didn't I could have used a substation. Never mind. But this actually means there's 4 of these unloading onto each side of the belt, so that's a bit more even and therefore probably better. Are we in the Roboport area here? Yes, we are. So I've obviously run out of white inserters. Now I think I've got some more down here in the original factory. So I'm just going to nip down and grab those, because there was a machine I think I set up back when I was setting this up originally to build inserters. But it needs red circuits to build the green ones, so I ran out of them. Oh no, I take it back. We've actually used all of those up, so I am completely out of those. We'll have to use blue ones for now and then upgrade them later. Fly. I can't speed this up in a stream like I can in a video. Okay, well I've got all the ones coming out of the landing pad are filter ones, so that's good. Where did that come from? Where did I get that from? Oh well, never mind. What was I going to do? Yes, this. Right, there we go. Vulcanite is now unloading happily. Yes, there will almost certainly be some groans after the rocket lands, but my hope is that even though I'm bound to forget some of the stuff that's supposed to be in the rocket because, well, it's just bound to happen, isn't it? Hopefully, anything I forget is either not vital or can be made on site. We shall see. Why are you not cracking? Oh, there's a pipe missing. Put that in there. So I've got the standard setup here, which I don't know how experienced everyone here is as a Factorio player. I think the fact that you're here and watching probably suggests you are. But we've got the usual system down here where I'm splitting into the 3 different oil types: heavy, light, and petroleum gas. And I'm using the one that's light oil heavy because I'm going to need quite a lot of light oil for rocket fuel. But also I'm going to need a fair amount of petroleum gas, and that can be made easily from the light oil. Then up here we've got a pair of pumps that are linked up to the tanks down here. And this one is set to pump away when the light oil gets above 20,000, so when it's virtually full. And then this one's set to pump when there's any heavy oil at all. I don't know why I bothered putting a pump in there, actually. I think it was just so I could change it later if I decide I need heavy oil for anything. Because I don't need any heavy oil at all up here, so all of it might as well just get cracked down to light and then potentially onto petroleum gas. That means that all of this should now start running again. Eventually, when this ticks down to 0. And so, as you can see, we've now got a supply of plastic coming out. And that's good. I may need... Actually, I think... No, I won't bother upgrading these to blue belts yet, because I haven't got any blue splitters to put in down here, so it'd be a bit of a waste of time. Okay, so that's that minor crisis dealt with now. These all full. I say crisis dealt with. This is still got... Oh, actually not very much left in it. Maybe that will be okay. We shall have to see. But while we're waiting for that to finish off, I'm going to have a bit of a think about iron and about sulfuric acid. There we go. I knew there was something else. So please excuse my horrendous railway system down here. This was, if you were watching the last stream, you'll know this is because I put these stations down the wrong way round. No, I put these stations down expecting to have 2 locomotives, so I spaced them for that. And then when I realised my trains on this planet only have 1 locomotive, there wasn't room for... The positioning was out, so rather than moving it all around, I ended up just flipping the station to the other end, and swapping around the way the railway lines go in and out. That's why they come in like this across, and then they come back out and loop back in and like that, which is all a bit horrific. But it kind of works. Don't hate me. So in order to make this even worse, because I feel it's a bit full up here, I'm going to put the iron processing down here underneath, because I don't think I'm going to need a great deal of it, because it's making relatively small quantities of acid, I think. So I'm going to squeeze in an iron drop-off station here, an iron ore drop-off station here, a little bit of smelting down here. Then we're going to make the acid. Oh, and we can make the sulfur in here. Make the acid, pump it in over here into the pipes, and then just feed everything from there. So first thing to do is drop some landfill down, I think, because this swampy area is just going to annoy me otherwise. Let's not... I think I believe the pump down there would carry on working even if I accidentally landlocked it, but let's try not to do that anyway, just because it looks wrong and a bit weird, and yeah, I try and keep things looking reasonably nice. I'll fill in over here a bit anyway. Oop, I've run out. Get through landfill incredibly quickly when you start filling areas in like that. So, okay, yeah, I thought that was probably in the way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off by going round through a full 90 degrees here, just in case I end up wanting to put more stations in. And a nice straight bit like this for the station. And hopefully, yes, there we go, a way out as well. I have to admit, I am a little bit sad about the way my my railway lines are coming together here. It's a bit gross, but what's Factorio without a bit of spaghetti? It gives you something interesting to grumble about and say, why on earth have I done it like this? This is horrendous later. Okay, copy that. Actually, let's put in the station first, because otherwise I'll probably get it wrong again. I'm going to line it up with the other ones because why not? Then, actually, I could drop this in on the north side of the railway line and then just have it loop across and down here. That might look slightly better, and it means I can just copy and paste this without too much faffery. And put it in there. Make sure I get that right. That's already programmed. Okay, I should delete that one then. I don't want to accidentally summon a load of holmanite to my iron drop station. This is another place where we're going to need to bring up a load more of the a load more filter inserters. Right, there we go. You caught me before I groaned. I'm going to add this. Oh, I caught myself before I groaned. Let's add some filter inserters to this rocket. So shopping list. I want to also say 500 filter inserters. Oh, that's handy. This there's already a load up here, so some of them will just get chucked straight in. The rest gets brought up here automatically. So what I've got here is common stuff that I need quite a lot of, or at least I thought that when I set this up that I might need quite a lot of. I've put into these chests all the way around the edge, and then they're all linked up with red wires. So if there's ever less than 0 of whatever their thing is, they'll load it in. Also, this chest up here this chest up here is linked up to this power pole and therefore to this combinator with a multiply everything by -1 and then adds to it whatever's in the rocket. So that means this chest, was it this one? This chest then gets the request of plus anything that is missing, so hence the -400 on there. So this means I can just put in absolutely anything I want to be brought over in here as a negative request. In fact, let's put that up to 1,000, 2,000, and there we go. See, it's coming across from here. And that means I can use this as a shopping list. It'll always get put, and then it'll automatically get loaded into the rocket. But the rocket will stop loading it in when it gets all the right amount of stuff. So we'll stop it. You won't end up with the problem I was talking about earlier, where you stick a blueprint in one of these chests. It calls all the stuff up, you unload it, and it's still calling the stuff up as it gets unloaded, and that's just a horrific mess. So that should get that sorted out. As you can see, these are all going down as ghosts because I'm still completely out of all the exotic types of blue belt stuff. Now, question number, I don't know what I'm at. Next question is, do I bother with vulcanite smelting for the iron down here, or do I just go, I don't really care about that level of efficiency? I think because I've already got this design created, I might as well just make a copy of what is going on there. Oh, there's supposed to be a splitter in there. I don't know why that's gone. I probably nicked it to use it somewhere else, and that's why it was missing. So I need this. I think one module will be enough, and I'll put it in here next to these pipes. I'll put it in here below these pipes, because that way, if I do need to bring in another train, I've got a hope in hell of actually getting the stuff through there. I also don't want that. That needs to be the other way around. And if my reckoning is right, we should have being brought out onto the top side. But yeah, that will work. That'll get me on, but that will get me iron on both sides of the belt without needing to do any sort of funny business with splitters. So that's good. Here come the bots. Well, some of them unloaded anyway. So then this belt here needs to be half vulcanite, half iron ore. In fact, let's just do the join up here. And then I will need to bring vulcanite from about here. 1, 2... Oh, no. I thought probably... Yeah, I can't do that with fewer inserters. Fewer underneath these. Bring that down. No, not down. Not this far down. Stop building stuff. Get rid of all that and that. Okay, there we go. That's the vulcanite and and iron ore going in there for the smelting. I'm going to need to reprogram these machines. I should do that in a moment. I'm going to need to reprogram all of these, but I should do that in several moments once I actually get some. Also, I don't need that that electric furnace there. Okay, so we want to do here. We want to do the vulcanite-based iron smelting. I also kind of want to get the modules that are supposed to be in these ones in these machines as well, because they're going to be the ones that are doing most of the. No, they're going to be the ones that are doing the least of the work. So actually, it doesn't matter. It's the ones at the bottom that are going to be doing the most of the work. Okay, I won't bother for now then. Right, so that's iron being made, and if I remember correctly, which I think I do, sulfuric acid is sulfur and iron. Oh, and water as well. Okay, water's fine. I've got loads of that around. So I need to start making sulfur now. That's another thing to make from light oil. So we come up here. I think I might need to consider bringing up more pipes and I don't know. I'm not going to need more chemical plants. I've got loads of those. Actually, I was going to do this over here. Do I have any? Yes, I've got a chemical plant. Okay. How do you make sulfur? What's the recipe for that? Oh, it's water and gas. Okay, that's not too bad. So I can break off some water from here. Pipe, 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 pipe. I'm never quite sure whether it's lag from my computer being slow or because the game's saving. Where are those chemical plants I requested? Here they come. I want to get these down first so I can check I get the inputs the right way around. So as you can see here, we've got the petroleum gas going in the wrong side of this one. So let's pull up this pipe and bring that in. Actually, to be honest, that's no better. I don't know why I bothered doing that. So water can... I'll run petroleum gas at this level. Like that. And then I can run the water across here. Yes, I know that's wrong. So, okay, the last one must just be my computer lagging, not the game saving, because that was far too recent. What's happened there? There we go. Oh, I'll fix that in a second. Right, that should be everything. Well, okay, electricity. Let's bring some electricity in as well. Sparky, sparky. That should be everything we need to start making the sulfur. I think I'm going to, for the sake of sanity, I'm going to put them on this side, and then have the machines. See, I'm making sulfuric acid and water, isn't it? Yeah, it does need water. Okay, that'll fit. I probably should have left. Oh, actually, no, it's only one thing. I can just run it straight down like this. No, I can't. I need inputs. Never mind. But I can do that. In fact, better, I can do that. It's only slightly better, but it feels a little bit neater. And given that I was saying I'm not going to need very much sulfuric acid, I put in quite a lot of machines making all of the ingredients for it. But never mind. I don't want to. I mean, I might. It's easy to just throw a handful of them down like that, so I feel like I might as well. Those and those. In fact, I don't need these on this side at all, because I can put them on the other side of it. Is that reaching? Yes, it is. Why have I not got an... Oh. Okay. This is fairly poor design work. Let's do that. There we go. I think that should now start working. This obviously won't start working because it doesn't have any power, but I can put that in there, and then a couple of power poles down here to run everything. I've reprogrammed these. Yes, I've reprogrammed these. Okay, that should be my acid being produced, and now I just need to link that over. The being able to put down ghosts just straight off the bat like this, even if you haven't got any of the thing in your inventory, and being able to just select them like that is really, really handy. What's less handy is that when you're putting the actual things down and you haven't run out, and then you do, it breaks. It doesn't automatically switch over to putting ghosts down for you. It's this one. I can't see what I'm doing. There we go. This is fitting in quite nicely. I'm pretty pleased with this. So, yeah. It's 3, just the 4th one, and then the blue circuits to go. I don't know why I'm not just holding down shift so it builds through the trees. That'd be sensible. There, and there. One of them. And then somewhere up here, yes, it's this pipe, isn't it? It's doing the sulfuric acid. Are the two sides linked? Yes, they are. Okay, that's the sulfuric acid. I've got the feeling I'm forgetting something. Oh, yes, the sand output. Yes, I did. I've definitely got the 3 tiers of spaghetti going on. I don't feel the belt spaghetti is too bad. This bit in here was an unfortunate afterthought, so that's a bit ugly. What was this? Oh, this was waiting for an inserter like that. So yeah, that's a little bit tragic. The rest of it, the belt work isn't too bad. What is potentially going to make this rather bad is getting the sand out. The train, yeah, okay. I'm just going to go back over here and ignore that because that was that was rather tragic, and we don't like to think about that. Now the other question is whether the amount of stone that's being chucked out by this process is going to be enough to keep this. I'm looking at the wrong thing. Somewhere up here, there is supposed to be a chunk that's turning stone into. Oh, I haven't. That's another thing I haven't done. Okay, so the stone output, which I've lost, is this one. It goes onto this belt. Goes up here onto this belt. Fine. Over here. Up here. Oh yes, I remember. Right, so we're turning the stone into stone bricks on this one, which is the top left. So one of these copper smelters isn't actually to smelt copper. This one's supposed to be doing stone bricks. So if we say I want to make stone bricks the vulcanite way, copy. It's massive overkill, but never mind. We then want to bring that over here into there, and then these machines are turning those stone bricks into the stone tablets that we can use to make circuits. Right, good. This is a nonsense. Why are you like this? Don't be. Okay, that's better. That makes me less sad. Okay, so that's stone thought about. Yeah, so the question I was asking just then is whether the amount of stone that comes out of the crushing process down here is going to be sufficient to make enough bricks to keep the circuit production going up here. And because I'm pulling quite a lot of the holmium out to go into a rocket anyway, my answer is maybe. Also, it's a little bit of wait and see because I have no idea. I've not done any of the numbers for that. We shall just wait and see about that one. But I'm hopeful. I'm optimistic. I mean, normally the stone is sort of a thing that's just is a problem because you've got too much of it. And if only there was a way to reconstitute sand back into stone, that'd be kind of handy. Just stick it back together again, maybe with hot glue or something. But as far as I'm aware, there is no way to actually to make stone out of sand. But let's check actually, because you never know. There is in one of the mod packs. I think is it Angel Bob's you can maybe. I can't remember. No, it's just breaking up core fragments and crushing ores and things by the looks of it. One stone is made into a stone, but oh yeah, okay, that's drilling it. Fair enough. Fusion. How odd. Yeah. Okay, as expected. No, you can't turn sand back into stone, not even with some really good glue. I'm tempted to upgrade all of the belts to blue, but that wouldn't really help very much. Okay. Okay, chat. What have I forgotten? I know there's still sand. I haven't dealt with that yet. What should I do with the sand? I mean, I could do the old favourite of just turn it into landfill, since I used up a massive chunk of that over here. I don't really want to though. We're already doing that down here, and it's I've claimed it all now. But it was that was what I was doing with the overflow. But apparently I've stopped. I don't know why that stopped. But I don't want to do that as a long-term thing because it's just putting stuff into a box. Yes, it's compressing it a lot before you put it into the box, but yeah, it's not quite what it's not quite what I want to do. The other option is to make the sand into glass, which I would then need to deliver off to another planet somehow. Glass is, I think, useful. I think glass is a thing that I get through quite a lot of, and I even built up a huge new glass smelting facility down here in the first stream. I think it was the first stream, to make it on down here on Norvis, and we've run out of bloody vulcanite again. How have we run out of? This is driving me up the wall. So the problem we have down here. The problem we have down here is I haven't powered this. That's why it's not working. So the problem we have down here on Norvis is that there's a lot of stuff coming into this landing pad because reasons, I guess, essentially. My hope is that once I get the general rocketry system up and running, these rockets will be taking off often enough that we'll have a decent amount of load on this belt of. Are these still stacked rocket sections at this point? I think they are. Yeah, stacked rocket. Yeah, of the stacked rocket sections and the unstacked ones. So there'll be enough of those going through that there'll be a steady stream of them passing through from here. And so it won't be a problem to drop a buttload of rocket sections in here, whether they're stacked or unstacked. But at the moment, because these rockets aren't flitting around happily, it just clogs up endlessly. So, yeah, grumble. I keep putting in extra little bits and pieces here and there, like this chest to pick up another 48 of them, just in the hope that that'll be enough. And it should be. There's only 37 in there at the moment. So that's, for now, will be enough, but then we'll rip through another rocket load of vulcanite very, very quickly, and we'll just be back in the same position again. Oh no, there's a stacker in there as well, so it's a lot more than 48. It's 48 times 5, which is almost 250. So it's going to get through. Yeah, that will be enough for quite a few rockets. Okay, good. So once that power pole lands, that should be okay. I think, to be honest, at this point, I want to get the trains rolling in, get stuff. Oh no, I can't get stuff being unloaded until I've got the stack inserters for that. I think it's about time to launch that next rocket over here and get some more stuff into my into the system. So let's have another look on Norvis and think very carefully about this. I'm relying on you guys to make sure I don't forget anything important. So how are we actually doing on the requests? We're full. Okay, good. So we've got the however many inserters it was I requested. We've got lots of those. Let's check the numbers again. So we need 900 productivity modules and these are 500 per line, so that's 500 there, 1,000 there. Got a bit and a few spares. Okay, so that's all right. 400 stack inserters we've got. 22 filter stack inserters definitely got. 70-ish splitters, that's fine. 40, I meant undergrounds. 40 splitters, that's fine. Railway. Oh, we run out of railway. Apparently we've run out of railway. Let's bring some more of that out. A steel chest, I can make steel chest, that's not a problem. Railway, okay, let's have a minus 1,000 more of those, because I'm going to need quite a lot of railway in order to build out some extra mines, because I think I'm going to be worried about missing some of that stuff up there. We've got plenty of the smelting machines, industrial furnaces. There's loads of those. There's still some up on the other planet anyway, because I seem to have got a bit carried away with those somehow, and loads of miners as well. Got really carried away with that. So that rocket is at 150. So I'm putting in let's say another 10 stacks of stuff, because there's 700. No, let's say 20 stacks of stuff, because it's less than that. So that means I'm going to be at 160, 170. Yeah, it's all going to be flickering because it's way above the numbers it's got any concept of. So yeah, all right. Let's put some more stack inserters in. You can never have too many. I've got 500. Let's make it 800. Okay. So what was I saying? 100. I'm going to call it 150. Call it 170 once all the stuff I've requested has gone in there. Let's call it 200 because that makes the maths easier. So there's 300 stacks left. A rocket is 20 stacks of stacked rocket sections and one cargo pod. So I could fit in. So I put in 200 stacked rocket sections and 20 cargo pods. Let's do that for now, because that at least gets it started, and then I'll think about the numbers a little bit more. This is going to be interesting. I don't know if I've got these sort of quantities of stacked rocket assemblies. I should have done this ages ago. Minus 200 of them and 20 of them. There we go. That'll the first one's arrived very, very quickly. That's fine. It's the other 180 or whatever it is I need now that's going to take a while. Oh, apparently I hadn't put a cargo pod in there. That's why it wasn't sticking up out of the ground. Pretty sure that's wrong. I need to take a Swiss vulcanite in. That's quite loud. Apologies if I deafened anyone with that rocket. Okay, so there's all the stuff I've requested coming in. We've got cargo rocket sections being made over here and being stacked and put into this box. So we'll be pulling all of those out of there. That's going to take forever. But I don't think the ones down here, rather foolishly, I haven't made that into a green box. Let's make that into a green box, which I could do with an upgrade planner. Turn a steel chest into a green chest. Do that. And then it's a long flight, but then we'll pull them out of here as well, and we'll have another 50, and it'll provide that extra load I was saying I wanted on this system, except we've already unloaded it completely, so that's useless. I don't know what that's for. Let's put them back round the system. There we go. So we're unloading from this chest into the landing pad, then out of the landing pad, into this chest, out of this chest, into this machine, and then it's all a bit ridiculous, but never mind. Okay, so while that's going, I think that's going to be pretty much everything I need. I'm probably going to put in another 100 stacked rocket sections as well, because I think that's probably going to fit. Even once, where am I? Here we are. Even once this is filled up to with the 200 of these rocket sections and the 20 of these, which is practically got already. That was quick. I think there's still going to be a fair amount of space left in this rocket, so I'm going to be able to put some more stuff in there as well. But that's for in a little while. For now, let's have a think about getting that sand out. Are we at the top? Yes. So I've got all these pipes running up and down here. I think the sensible thing to do is just to come across one more from over here. And then just run down next to these. I think there's probably room for this. Oh, there's a set of boilers in the way. Never mind. Blue belt can go straight under that. Now this is going to come and bite me in the arse in a little while when I realise that actually 2 boilers isn't enough. But never mind. I'll deal with it. I'll burn that bridge when I come to it, as they say. I do like that malapropism. You've probably all noticed. Probably heard me say it far too many times by now. Maybe I should bring some more extra blue underground belts, given that I've just put a load in here. Yeah, let's do that while I think of it, because I can't trust myself to remember it. Blue underneath these, 300. Okay, I'm not going to bother with the vulcanite smelting down here, because I honestly don't care about the productivity of it. If it uses more sand to make the glass, then good, to be quite frank. I don't want it to be efficient. I'm just trying to get rid of the sand. That is massive overkill, I hope. And so's this. Okay, that will make me at least some glass. And if I'm not packing it full of productivity modules, it'll run reasonably quickly as well. I'm out of the Roboport range, aren't I? That's why none of this is getting built. Yes. Do I have a... Yes, I've got a... No, I haven't got any Roboports left. Where can I nick a Roboport from? Where doesn't need its coverage? Up there, that one. I don't need that one. I'm going to have to go up and get it, though. Maybe I should bring some more Roboports up as well. That'd be nice. Don't need you, therefore don't need you. Probably don't need that one, but I'm going to leave that one in there because it's covering sort of the middle of the whole area. Put you in there. That's not powered. That's too far away from the... Oh. It's always the way, isn't it? You've never quite got the electricity coverage you need. Okay, so I'll get that placed. Now, can I just run a belt straight back up here again? Because I think I probably want to take this up to the rocket area up here, because that way, when I do eventually end up with enough doohickey, enough glass to fill a rocket, I can then decide where I want to put it, if you'll pardon the expression. Decide where to stick the thing. I could just run straight back up here, across, and... Yeah, we're getting into that belt spaghetti. But once the belts are all full of whatever stuff is they take, some production. Yeah, I probably could work out how much it's going to produce and how long it'll last. I'm kind of lazy. I also feel like I've got so many mods already that my brain is starting to turn into mod cheese. So I don't really want to add more in if I can feel like if I can justify avoiding it. It's hard enough keeping track of what I've already got. Get rid of that bit as well. I feel it's worth trying to save at least a little bit of the excess underground belt usage. And I could go further and I could replace this with... In fact, I could just get rid of... Alright, since I've noticed that I can do that and then this, and then just do that and that, I'm going to get rid of it. But mostly I'm not really caring all that much about just how much resource I've got tied up in all of these underground belts, because that way lies enormous quantities of tinkering and attempting to just perfect things that really don't need it, if we're being honest. Let's bring this belt up here. And then Do I have another rocket silo? That's an important question. If the answer is yes, then the follow-up question is why on earth did I bring quite so many rocket silos up here? But I'm not sure. I need to come up here and program all of these stack inserters once they're all placed. In fact, these are all placed. I could come up and program them. Because the way this is going to work is I'm going to have the cargo rocket parts on one side of the belt and the cargo rocket module pod doohickey orange things on the other side of the belt. And one of these inserters will do each, and they'll all be wired up to their respective rocket silos to only put them in until it gets up to 100. Then all of these will be wired up to only load when there's already a finished rocket in there, because I've learned from my previous mistakes where I had the inability to load into rocket silos. So yeah, I do in fact learn my lessons occasionally. Yeah, I was surprised. I have noticed that means I need an additional rocket silo, so I'm going to put that into my shopping list as well. One of them, please. I think that 500 stack filter inserters is going to be enough. Down here we need these things. I don't know why I'm arranging them like this. I'm fairly sure that this building is so big that you can't do the... Maybe you can actually. Oh, no, not... Well, kind of. That'll do. What I was thinking is that I'm aware these buildings are slightly too big for you to be able to put down the inserters in pairs like this and then have the power poles in the same place next to each one, which is why they're getting sort of steadily slightly closer and closer. So, but you know that's fine. Glass. There we go. Okay, that's that dealt with. My other slight concern with all of this is that I'm going to flick the switch to turn it all on, and then I'm going to realise I don't have remotely enough power, and this is going to go down the little hole in the middle. I have brought all the parts with me to build another nuclear power plant, though, so that's okay. If it does end up using a lot more power than I hope, wish, expect, want, all those sort of words, then it's not the end of the world. I can fix it. Okay, I need to get my trains working properly and bringing all the stuff in now. Are these turned off? Oh no, they're not. Interesting. Because I'm aware I've got a train blocking the way out, so the fact that this hasn't all gummed up and caused problems is slightly surprising. But let's tell... Oh, this train is full of rocket nonsense. Why is this train full of rocket nonsense? I mean, I can imagine why this train is full of rocket nonsense. It's obviously because I had to empty something, and this is where it all ended up, but it's still a bit silly. Okay, so in order to test the stability and how well I've built my design over here, I'm just going to dump all of these straight into this launch pad and find out what happens. Not the rocket fuel though, it's not designed to cope with that. I'll take all the rocket fuel for myself. Can I? Yes, I can. That's not quite accurate. I won't take the rocket fuel for myself. Go back to the depot. I should take the rocket fuel and drop it in the machines up here that are filling the rockets up. That's these ones. Yeah, that'll do. Right. I think that's everything. He says in this sort of, I'm not entirely convinced of what I'm saying tone of voice. Ditch some wood. Just empty some of this junk out of the inventory. Always accumulate so much useless crap. That can go in there. That can go in that one. I hope. Yes, that one. Good. I did get it right. And then down here, I can actually put some iron ore in this system. Let's put it in on this side of the non-existent splitters. I And underground belts. Alright, you can have 3. I know that isn't actually enough to do anything with, but... Why is there no vulcanite down here? Oh, no underground belts, that's fine. Okay, let's have a look at Norvis and see how that rocket's doing with all of those stacked rocket parts I requested. I think it's somewhere here. There's supposed to be a pylon I can look on. It'll tell me what I'm missing. Oh, that's done. That was far more effective than I expected. We're still only on 19 of these, though. Oh, because the 20th one is the one that's actually part of the rocket. Okay, that's fine. That gets taken over there anyway, so that's all right. We've got buttload of these. 201 of them, typically, when I asked for 200. And there's still 20... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and a bit stacks left. So that's 1 rocket, 2 rocket, 3 rocket, 4 rocket, 5 rockets. Alright, let's have another 5 rockets. Which means another 100 of these. And like 6 of these. Actually, I'm going to request more than that because there's going to be some stacking up on the belts up the top in the rocket base on the other end. Okay, that should now basically fill this rocket up. How are we doing? On the way. Where's the on the way? Deliver 22 on the way. Fill 77. Okay. And actually, that deliver number is going up pretty quickly. That's practically at the number the filter is set for as well. So, okay, good. I think now that is. I mean, I think that's everything. If you guys have spotted anything I've missed, please do tell me, because otherwise I'm going to cry in about 10 minutes when I find out what I've missed. But you know, I suppose worst case I can always summon extra rockets, that sort of thing. It's not the end of the world. It's just really annoying and kind of expensive. Although actually it's not that expensive these days, because I mean I can turn the I get most of the rocket parts back. The only real cost is in the rocket fuel. And yeah, I'd rather not spend too much of that. So copy that, paste it there, turn that into iron ore. And then we go, is that everything? Probably yes. So I've got a lot of stack inserters I need to reprogram. I'm not going to wire this one up yet because there's no way of unloading the train because I don't have the stack inserters. When the rocket arrives, I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself here, but when it arrives, I'm going to let it do all of the unloading it can with these inserters up here. Then I'm going to put apparently 3 yellow chests along there. Can I make some more? I can. Oh, actually, I don't need to do that. Stop it. I probably don't need to do that because I can go over here and nick some of these ones that aren't needed. Maybe. Do any of these not have much in them? It always saves the map at the most. I was going to say always saves the map at the most inopportune moment. That's not true. It's just never convenient. It's never a convenient time to save the map. That's all it is. That can go. Another one. Okay, I'll make another one of those. I've got a little bit of concrete. Not enough to make a whatever it was I wanted. What did I want? Oh yeah, a warehouse, but some nonetheless. So now I can put these along. Oops, got myself stuck. I can put these along here with some more of these inserters across there, and that'll unload. And then once all of these have finished unloading, and I've got all of the important stuff out, or rather, say all of the important stuff, all of the specific stuff that I already have the base geared up to deal with. Once that's done, I can then just tell these to unload absolutely anything that comes to hand, and we'll get the right stuff out. Okay, I think that rocket is probably going to be ready by now. It's not quite, but it's pretty close. Got 16 things left to come. 12, 11. Okay, we just need 6 more stack inserters. I mean, oh, and the other thing, you know what I always forget to do with these rockets? And I'm going to not forget to do this time because I've just thought of it, is I forget to undo that cable. And if I don't undo that cable, then as soon as this rocket takes off, all of these start loading in the stuff I'd been requesting for the last rocket, and this starts summoning all of the things I requested for the last rocket as well. So that's why I've got so many mining drills and probably these furnaces as well, because all those things just got brought in when I didn't really want them. Okay, are we done? Oh, I don't care about the last 4. I'll probably eat those words later, but I actually don't care. Accessory, vulcanite in. Go. It's building a new rocket, that's okay. I don't mind it doing that. That is actually useful, I agree with that. Okay. Fingers crossed, this will result in me having an actual finished space station. Remote base thing. As I say, oh, these are not in a bot catchment area. Did I bring more roboports? I didn't bring more roboports. Chat, you're supposed to tell me about all the things I've forgotten. I suppose I've been sort of improvising by picking them up from places that don't really need them anymore. Like this one. No, there's some purple around it. Oh, actually, no, that'll be alright. I can grab that one. And put it in like that. No, like that. And power it. How are we doing over here? Okay, so it's just the wait, what? We're full of stacked rocket sections again, so I've got the same problem here I had on Norvis. Okay, well I know how to fix that. I don't want to use active provider chest. Oh, I can use active provider chest, but no, but I don't want to. It's just gross. I was going to say I could use active provider chests because there's nothing to actually actively provide from them. So put that there and there, but not there. Let's hope that's enough. Then I take one of the stack inserters, put it there and there. Power. And that gives me an extra room for an extra 96, which, come to think of it, isn't going to be remotely enough. What I can do, if I take out these, then I can, and I get some stack inserters from here. I can set these to. This is going to pass stuff over when I don't really want it to. Blacklist that. Copy that across, and then put these back in here. How many stack rocket sections do I have, and why? Okay. Okay, so now, as you can see, this is all being unloaded. We're getting the bots flitting in as bots do, and they're going to go off and build up all the stuff that I've been going. Oh no, I don't have. Woe is me! I don't have enough stuff. I don't have the components for this. So that's good. And a lot of that is going to be, a lot of that is going to be these productivity modules that they're all flying out with at the moment. But now, as we can see, fingers crossed, this will be all of the stuff I need. I know this feels like a lot of optimism, but yeah. And we're starting to get the not enough bots flashes coming up instead of the not enough stuff flashes. But yeah, we won't actually be sure until the bots have gone out and done absolutely everything that I've requested, or not done it, as the case may be. Basically, once it's got to the point where they've essentially caught up, then I can go around and have a look. But I don't really want to just sit around watching robots build things forever. So let's have a look up here at these. I was going to program these inserters, but let's make sure I get these the right way round. So this is presumably, yes, this is the holmium ingots coming in here. So I want you to only load. I mean, I could just use the blacklist option and set it to load absolutely anything that comes along, because it should only be one type of thing coming along here. But just for the sake of safety, I'm going to do it like this. Blue, 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 blue. I can't do those. Oh, yes, I can do those ones up there, and I can program all of these as well. Okay, there is stuff that I can do. That's all right then. I haven't linked those, have I? No, good. I don't want to. I just had this sudden concern. Right, I should have done this before I programmed, but never mind. So when there is a rocket signal, then I want you to. That was that one, wasn't it? When the rocket signal is greater than 0, then I want you to load. When the rocket signal is greater than 0, I want you guys to load too. Up here, I want you to put in cargo rocket sections when cargo rocket sections are less than 100. And I want you, copy, paste, and I want you to put in cargo pods, space capsules, when the space capsules are less than, alright, equal to 0. And that will mean we'll build each of these, we'll put in the stuff that's required to build the rocket will get built, and then once the rocket is built but not before, all of these inserters down here will then start loading the appropriate components into the rocket. So that should do that nicely. And yes, it makes it a tiny bit slower, but not enough slower that I care. I wish I had a lot more robots so I could get this running a lot more quickly. Maybe that's something I should have brought up as well. Ooh. Okay, I think that's kind of done for now, really. I'm just... Ooh, vulcanite's made it through, and so some of the iron ore. Let's watch these kick in and see if they start actually... Oh, there's a bit missing down... Some underground's missing down here. Oh, there we go. That's going to be some iron plates as well. How exciting. It's a little bit exciting. Okay, the iron's come out. Now getting sulfuric acid. Right, I feel that's a pretty good proof of concept. I need to do that. We've got all of this has flowed through effectively to get to the point where we've got some acid. We just now need a few more of these yellow belts to come in down here. Got some stone going up there. Okay. It's a bit weird that this one down here is all yellow, and I'm hoping it's going to be fast enough. But if not, I can always upgrade it to blue. But but I've not got that much plastic production, so it's probably not going to work. Why is this? Have we run out of crude oil? We have. I've not wired up. Oh, I was right. I haven't wired up these stations because I didn't want stuff to start arriving when I couldn't unload it or when I wasn't ready for it and that sort of thing. I didn't bring up more steel chests. I'm going to need to do that manually. So let's make some of them. Down, 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 down. That was this station, wasn't it? I suppose I could donate my the robots I've got in my inventory to the cause of trying to build up this outpost as quickly as possible. Maybe that'd be a good idea. Yeah, let's do that. Where's the... There's a roboport. Have another 50. And an autosave. I did trim some... I went in and trimmed some of the planet surfaces in the interest of trying to make this... In fact, I deleted them. I went through all the ones I didn't have an outpost on, and deleted the planet surface for them. So now that's in order to try and get my save game and save time down a little bit, so it'd be a little bit quicker. That doesn't seem to have been enough though. So I was saying, oh yes, I need to link up all of these stations now. So we've got minus 20,000 copper. That is a copper station. It's got the inserters. They can unload. So if we link that to there, that should immediately summon a train. What do you mean, no train? Oh. Oh. Fail. Let's put that in there. Okay, so we've... I have gummed up my railway system a little bit here by leaving a train in the way. So that's going to unload a load of iron here. This is also going to unload a load of iron there. And are there any more? Maybe not. So that's going to be a little bit of an... There should be enough room in the station to unload both those trains, I think. So this shouldn't actually be a problem, but I'm going to keep an eye on it just in case. Because I don't want it to all go horribly, horribly wrong. What are you... Not enough logistics storage space. Okay. Maybe I do need to make more of those yellow chests. I assume that's here. Yeah, they've ripped up so many trees that there just isn't room for them all. Oh no, it's because these are all outside Roboport range. Oh bloody hell. Let's split off the extra set that go downwards into a separate Roboport network. Put that there. Those are all on the network, so we can dump all the stuff in them. Okay, I was checking to make sure this train down here unloaded properly. It seems to have done. We don't have any up here. Good. Where was I? Oh yes, I was linking up the stations over here. So we should have, yes, there's a copper train due in there now. So we'll also like an iron train, please. Although that isn't actually wired up properly. There we go. Is all the one? Yeah. And oil is crumble. I don't know why it is. I'm fully aware that when you try and put a thing in like that and blurp at you, that it's not going to work no matter how many times you tap the buttons. But I still hit it a few more times anyway, just in case that helps. And that should now order some vulcanite as well. And I can put in this link, and then we'll order some oil. So now, yeah, all these stations are going yellow now to say they're ordering stuff. Great. Are we still short of? Are these all full? Really? No, they're not full. Come over and dump it over here. Have I split my logistics networks? Yes, I have. Okay, that's the problem. Over here, there is no way to get from one to the other. Was it here? I think it was here. Let's put that in there and see if that suddenly fixes all my problems. Yes, it has done. Excellent. I've run out of trains up here. That's fine. I don't mind having run out of trains up here on this planet because I've just turned all the stations on, so there's a massively higher demand than there ever would be in normal use. So all the trains are being really, really busy just trying to get all these stations up to the amount of stuff they're requesting. So that's okay. Oh, I didn't load this one. I didn't link up this one down here. And that's because, oh yeah, that's because I was waiting to do these. These need to be iron ore all the way across. I set that already, so I can put in that link. Now we'll order an iron train as well. Okay, so we've got decent streams of copper coming out here. Once these things get actually get up to speed, each one of these modules should, I think, produce, yes, practically a solid blue belt of whatever the resource is. And these should use up pretty much all of that as well, because, yeah, it's just a lot of stuff. I will admit my biggest concern here at the moment is with the plastic production. I'm not certain that I believe that there's going to be enough plastic being produced by these handful of machines. Although actually, to be honest, the problem isn't the plastic. The problem is the rate of production of the gas. So maybe I'm presuming I need to put more of these, which I don't think I have. Or I can just cross my fingers, go la 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 la, and hope that there's enough. Hope there's enough plastic coming through the system as it is. Because I don't think you use a huge amount of these cation beads. I think they get recirculated quite a lot, and because I've put so many productivity modules in the system, you actually don't use up. The proportions are a bit weird, I think. Also, why have I not got enough sulfuric acid? Oh, I've not got enough iron. That's why. I've not got an iron train yet. Okay. I'm sort of, yeah, I think everything is wired up correctly, but I mean that's the sort of thing I say and then discover I've forgotten some hugely important thing. So at this point it's a case of just linking it all up and then just seeing what happens. And coming up here and noticing you put in a load of belts the wrong way around, for example. That sort of thing. That's a little bit embarrassing. Oh, I did mean to be on. I was on nav view. Where are we? You guys. Be this way around. So I've barely got started, and I've already produced this much glass. That's quite a lot of glass for not having really got started. I think I'm going to need to start shipping this out from here. Oh well. It is only one of those furnaces that's running though. Okay, so the other question is, how is the other thing? The stone bricks. How's stone bricks doing? Crickets. Not at all. All right. Have some come through at least. Yeah, we've had some through, so it's kind of sort of kicked off. I think we aren't really going to know until it gets to a sort of a steady state position where when everything's running and we can see how things are going. We can then look and see where the massive problems in production are. And I think plastic is going to be a problem, making red circuits, for making bloody everything. But we shall see. I mean, we've got a steady half belt coming out here. It's down to all the other things, how they go. Can I have some iron, please? That'd be nice, wouldn't it? What are you doing? No path? Really? Have I done something wrong and dumb down here? Yes, I put that signal on the wrong side of the railway. Okay, that's easily enough fixed. There we go. Train's on the move. So, wait for this train to come down here. Now it actually has a path that it can take. Zip past the oil station. In here, drop off the iron ore. And then we can start making acid. Yeah, Walter White would be proud. Except that was meth, not acid, but, you know, it's close enough for a terrible joke. Invalid delivery from copper or pickup. What? I don't know what that error message was about. Why is this called Tiny Taco Team? Let's call this Holminite Pickup, because that's what it actually is. Holminite Drop. That shouldn't be called Holminite Drop. It should be called Iron Drop. But I'm going to wait until the train actually stops here, because I think you can get weird effects if you rename a... Why is there an empty train going into the station? Oh, it's probably because I renamed the stop and it got confused. Stupid trains. I know. A poor workman blames his fools. It also doesn't actually matter with LTN if you've got stations with the wrong name. I'm never going to get Holmanite dropped off at the iron ore station, so it isn't too serious a problem. Okay, iron is being produced. Sulfuric acid is... We've run out of sulfur because we've run out of petroleum gas. Oh, goodness sake. Yeah, I need more of these. I'm pretty sure I don't have any more of these. What do they cost to build? These ones... Oh, it's a lot of stuff. Now is the problem now the problem is the speed for these ones they're running at. There's plenty of oil. So if I decide to module these, I can get some speed modules in the refineries because I haven't got enough of them. That's these guys. And then I can get some productivity modules in the machines making plastic because I've not got enough input for those. Grab some of those as well. So speed in you guys, and productivity in you guys, and also in you guys. And you know what the hell, I'll put it in these ones as well. Well, all the ones that I can. So that should make things a little bit better, because it'll slow these plastic machines down, it'll speed these up, and it'll slow those ones down as well. So hopefully we'll... Yeah, that's going up now. Okay, cool. Well, kind of, maybe it's not going up. It's stable, that's what matters. Holmanite seems to be... There seems to be a problem with Holmanite drop-offs. See, that's been there for a little while, it's presumably... It's not picking up. Why is it not picking up? What's gone wrong with my Holmanite mine? I can't tell because it's in the dark. Goodness sake. There's always something that doesn't quite work properly. And in this case, it appears to be the Holmanite station, which is weird because Holmanite has been working absolutely fine. I've been bringing Holmanite out to other stations, to the original outpost from this station without any problems. So I don't know why that's not working. Oh, unless it was using this station before, and now it's using this station down here, and the one down here doesn't work. That's quite possible. Yeah, because that's another empty train going out. You know what I bet it is? I'm putting a small amount of money, or something on. I've just not reprogrammed these inserters. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So these should all be... Oh, no, it's even more ridiculous than that. It's because I didn't have any stack filter inserters when I built this. So, well, it's a two-parter. Firstly, it's because I didn't put the inserters in because I didn't have any. Secondly, it's because I didn't program the inserters because I hadn't placed them. There we go. Next time a train comes down here, that should work. Now, I'm slightly curious as to why there were trains... Let's put a radar down here as well. Why the trains were coming here. Because... No. Place. Because surely that one is actually nearer. And it's also full. And it's all linked up. So I don't know why they're heading down to that one. This one down here. Maybe I did something funny with the priorities. I don't know. I'm not going to worry about it. As long as it's sort of basically working, I'm not going to try and fix it. So let's tuck this train back in there. And now this train should actually fill up. Yeah. It did occur to me, I have to admit, that I shouldn't have shot off in the train without watching it to make sure that my fix had actually worked. But it does seem to have worked, so I've got to wait with that one. Phew. Where am I? Okay. Meanwhile, back over here. Okay, so we've got a decent amount of sulfur flowing through now. There is some sulfuric acid. That's a good start. It's not really a great deal of it, but that does mean I've now got plenty of these cation beads. Oh, so it's the Holmanite ore that there's a shortage of. That makes perfect sense because that's the one that's been having trouble with that train. So now that's unloading here. We can get this being pumped through. Interesting. These a row of 6 blue inserters is not capable of pumping out a full blue belt's worth of whatever it is it's picking up. Oh, okay. If it's alternating between them, that makes some sense. So does that mean it was just not going to the original one? No, that's weird. So it was not, because it was always going to the same one and failing to pick up from there. So maybe it didn't tick it off if it had been unable to pick up. What the hell is this doing? There we go. Stupid things. Okay, have we got any actual holmium plate coming out yet? Well, we've got a machine cooking it here. That's a good start. So that makes it look like things are probably working. And another one's kicked in and started cooking. Ooh, I think we might have some progress. I think things might be working. I mean, I don't want to say for sure. Why is this belt stopped? Oh, that'll be because there's no inserters putting it into the rocket I placed down. There we go. There's my first Holmanite ingots coming out. Ooh, that's exciting. It's a little bit exciting. I'm a little bit excited. Okay, it's up here. That we've got plenty of holmium being fed into the blue circuit production facility. It's just this one up here. There's no power and no responsibility. Yes, that was a Spider-Man reference. I don't know why that was a Spider-Man reference. You guys do glass. Right, well, however many that is massive overkill, but never mind. Oh, blue circuit's coming out. Wow. Green circuits go in. Okay, that looks alright. There's not very many red circuits. That's probably my limiting factor, I would suspect. There's also not a huge number of... Okay, so turns out stone is actually the problem here. Now what I could do... No, I can't. I was going to say I could just chuck in all of the wood that I've been mining, digging up to build all of this, and make some green circuits out of that. But that would require a massive redesign of the whole system up here. I think I might need to actually have a stone mine in order to get the actual flow of stone bricks in here that I need. That's a shame. I was hoping it would just run off the output from the waste products from all of the other things. Right, but is this... Oh, maybe it would if, you know, these things would actually work. Be set up properly. That seems to be the only one that's like that, though. Need some more radar down there at the bottom. Sand, that's interesting. Sand is being produced at more than half a blue belt's rate. So, this has happened. That's... Or it's just not being used up quite as quickly as I need. Okay, let's go down and have a look at the sand situation. And I can radar this as well while I'm down here. Yeah, this is just not using it up fast enough. Okay. Typical. I mean, I was hoping that there wouldn't be too much sand around and I'd be able to just trickle through get by on the just make small amounts of it and shove it in a rocket. I think I am going to need to start launching that rocket as well and try and choose where to send it. Good to say, pots. Maybe I'll have a glass input on Norvis as well, because there's no real. It's just somewhere to use it up. And just anyway, yeah. That's a bit frustrating. I wasn't expecting there to be quite this much sand coming through. So I'm going to get salty about the sand, and that seems to be mixing my products. But never mind, I don't care. I'm also going to need to find some. Let's do this manually. If I come up here and grab some blue these things, is that going to be enough? Probably, but I'm going to get some more anyway. Because then instead of having it all going on the... Oh, it is all on the same side of the belt, okay. It will be on the top side, so I'll leave those two. If I put these two... No, that's the wrong button. If I put these two onto the top side... delicious top side. Then down here, then this one will go onto the near side. This one will also go onto the near side. And that will balance it. So then it's just down to whether these machines will actually run through it quickly enough. Geez, that's still not enough. Fine. This is getting silly. Oh, hello, Amelia. Yes, another welcome to the stream. Hope you enjoy it. You reckon? It is quite possible. I have put in a huge amount of new stuff. Yes, good call. My machines are very low on electricity. It's all those modules I've been putting in everywhere. Okay, that's not too much of a problem because I do have all the parts with me to build another nuclear power station. They're just in the chests over here, I think. Get rid of those. Get rid of that rubbish you pick up doing this. For now, let's shove in some of these power flat solar panels. They're, oops, surprisingly good. These are the I suppose effectively they're tier 3 solar panels because they're the third ones you can make. They're tier 2 of the clever space ones. So I can put in some of those. And that's going to help hardly at all, but at least it takes me to almost 50%. Yeah, well spotted. Thanks, I honestly had not noticed that I was running low on power, which is a bit rubbish of me. Where are my nuclear stuff? There's some in here. Need that, need that. Need. No, none of that. Need them. Oh, I do need those tanks as well. And I'm gonna need an enormous quantity of pipe. An enormous quantity of tanks and pipes. And probably those. I've got the reactors already. I've got the heat pipes, heat exchangers, turbines. That might be enough. Where am I going to put this? Now, my more recent nuclear reactor designs, I've curved the edges round. So I put the turbines heading upwards and then the tanks above that. This one is not set up like that, but never mind, I guess. I'll put it in over here. So let's copy one of these from another planet, like Frost. I think that's quite a good one. No, it doesn't. That's an original one. I don't want one of those. Let's try Kothar. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. So this design, but without the extra ones on the side there. So take a copy of that. I'm going to need to trim this off a bit, actually. Never mind. And I'm going to want to put that way down the bottom. Have got lots of belts? No, I'm going to need lots of belts. Screech! Oh dear, my view count has dropped off rather a lot. Apparently, building up lots of belts and things isn't the most exciting footage, which I mean I can sort of sympathise with that. I intended to do quite a lot of this stuff before I actually did the next stream. Unfortunately, I had a rather busy end of the week, so I've fallen a little bit behind. But we'll get there. Oops. Paste. Yeah, that'll fit nicely in about there. I don't need that or that. I didn't bring any bots with me. That was a bit of a fail. Oh, and that's interesting. We're shipping the uranium for this in by delivery cannon. I don't have any bots, do I? No, I don't. Need to go get some. It's a bit back and forth in this. I'll hopefully find lots of bots down here in... Oh, I've run out of those robot ports again. I knew I should have brought some more of those up with me from Norvis. Let's try not to get stuck on the belts. Is there another robot port over here anywhere? Yeah, let's take that one. And that one. I could put one in here, and that'll that'll tell the bots to get the all this built up. But I can also nick the bots out of this one, and then fly down and get that power plant built. I'm going to need to make some offshore pumps as well. Hopefully, I think I've grabbed all the stuff I need for this, so I'll be able to just chuck all this down, and it'll just build happily. Now I am also going to need to have got an input and output belts for the two different types of fuel things. These are going to need to come from down here, so I'm going to need to put in one of these splitters like that, and then belts like this to join onto the input one, and then what is going on here? Oh, there needs to be a centrifuge in there. I wonder if I happen to have brought a centrifuge with me. Yes, I pretty much decided on Energy Science 2, I think, is my first one, because there's one of the few ones where the Tier 2 Science Pack actually gets you some useful stuff. So looking in the research options, as you can see along here, before I even get the spaceship stuff, I need to get all the way up to Astronomic 3. Let's see. So I get aeroframe scaffolds, which I could use to make cheaper heat shield tiles, but that's not that great. Biologics, I could get bioscrubber unit capsule. I'm going to get those already. There's all this stuff I can already get, but I don't care about an enormous amount. Heavy bearing, that's obviously going to be a component of something, I assume. Yeah. Um, so yeah, I had a bit of a look through here, and then biological 2 doesn't get you all that much stuff. It gets you, that's a reagents, and in between, obviously in between. I can get these upgrades for my character again, which would be quite nice, and some extra units and things which I haven't been using at all. Life support equipment 2, what does that do? Presumably it just lasts a bit longer. Oh, okay. It makes the life support things canisters last a bit longer. That's quite nice. I'd get better productivity if I went for biologicals. That'd be quite nice. Um, but then then it's into the tier threes. The pink ones, energy science, we get. Okay, so we get a better portable RTG. So a better power production for my suit. Better shield, energy shield, wide area beacon. That'd be quite nice. Super. Oh no, then they're on to threes again already. I thought there was more stuff. Maybe it was the. I thought there was more. I honestly thought there was more stuff I could get with the. Hang on, that is energy science. There was hmm. Yeah, I'm not sure at this point. Unless it was maybe it was a. Yeah, I don't know. I guess at this point none of these look all that great just from what you get. Oh, there's this one, the pylon substation. So that's a worthwhile thing to have. That's off the energy science, and this one is energy. Yes, energy science. So that might, yeah, that and those two things are probably the most useful things I can see. Yeah, the pylon substation and the portable RTG2. I think those are the most useful things you can get from tier 2 research. So it makes sense to go for that one first, I reckon. What does the intelligence bio upgrade do? Intelligence 2. Oh, research research burn lab productivity. Yeah, that's worth having. The other thing is I kind of I want spaceships because obviously spaceships are cool. So I am sort of tempted to try and push for Astronomic 3 and just try and get that as quickly as possible and start playing with them because I want to see what they're like. But then on the flip side, it also feels like it makes a bit more sense to go through them in order. I guess I don't know. I mean, I believe the mod pack is designed so you can either sort of specialize on one thing or just try and bring all your tiers up, and there are advantages to doing both. Um, so yeah, I don't really know. I was leaning towards the energy one. I think it probably was for the substation and the RTG2. Um, but also I'm leaning a little bit towards the blue ones, the astronomic science, because that was a relatively straightforward one to get to do. It's a fairly easy pack to research, I think. So there's a certain temptation to go for the easy one first. I should have been doing all that talk. Oh, the bots work. That's interesting. I thought the game paused when you were in the research menu. I've not brought enough belts. Fail. I'll have to go back and get some more of those. On the plus side, though, those I say I've not brought enough. I mean I've not brought enough down here. I've not brought enough to this planet, so that's okay. Don't want any of that stuff. There's a horrible mess of pylons going on up here. Let's get rid of some of these excess ones. Put the tanks in. No, don't want these. This was presumably some sort of thing, bolt-on extra bit to get a bit more power out of a system when in bursts when I thought there was going to be a coronal mass ejection or something. So I've run out of turbines. That's a concern. I thought I'd brought enough turbines with me to put in another one of these. They're probably all just in one of the boxes I didn't look in. I also need a few more tanks and a load more pipes, but that's not too much of an issue. Let's check these ones just in case there's some in here. No, nothing particularly useful in there. At least nothing I can be bothered to tidy up. Yeah, so having an extra plus 5% on the research productivity would definitely be nice. I mean, having anything on research productivity is very nice because it just means you don't get through quite so much resource trying to do everything. So yeah, that's probably worth going for. Nope. Turbines. Need those. So it's turbines, pipes, and tanks. It was I needed, wasn't it? So I stare at these and I'm going, I can't see anything I need. Oh, there's there's the pumps I ended up making because I thought I needed them, and some more solar panels as well. That's good. I'll try and remember those are there. Okay. But I ended up, yeah, I did make some, so I don't need those. Dum-de-dum, fly back down again. Right, let's slap down the rest of that power station. Oh, I only found 14 turbines. That's not going to be enough. Grumble. Why have I not got enough turbines? Where have they all gone? I don't understand. Oh, I didn't bring more belts. Grumble, 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 grumble. Yeah, I know, that's what I was saying. Spaceships are very tempting because, well, obviously spaceships are cool. There's no getting around that. It's just how they are. It's very, very tempting to prioritise them for that reason, if nothing else. So maybe I'll do that. But I did start thinking about energy science. I think I drew some diagrams on paper, which, as you know, is the important first step of actually getting that sort of thing up and running. Yes, that go there and there. Okay, that's water in this side. I forgot to get more belts. Not surprisingly. This one. And pumps. That's in the right place, it's close enough. Why are there so many pylons around here? Let's tidy some of these up. Put that over there as well. Right. Okay, I'm going to go through the have another stare at my what I've got in my logistics network at the moment, and try and work out why I don't seem to have enough turbines, because that's a bit ridiculous. I thought about it. Yeah, there's 29 of them somewhere, but I don't have any logistics bots, so it's a case of go around and find them yourself, which is a bit silly, and it's not what this game is about. But I'm going to have to anyway. Let's get those. Oh, there they are. Alright, I am apparently blind. But I do need some more of these. That's 200 probably enough, but let's take some more anyway. Yeah, so I think I'll probably do energy science first to get the long-range substations, because those do look awesome. They are awesome. I got one free with my first space station. Then after that, I'll go for the probably go for the spaceships all the way through, to Astro all the way up to get the spaceships, because yeah, as you say, I want to have spaceships to go off exploring, and Astro feels like it's probably the easiest one. I think, in a way. I'm not sure whether that's actually true or not. I may be completely crazy, but it seems like it's not going to be too difficult. Why is this not making any? Oh, it's run out of. Oh. Joy, I've run out of heavy dull uranium. So that's supposed to be being punted over from Norvis by delivery cannon from down here. So you're firing at Tulip, so are you. You're firing Orbit, you're firing at Hinkasesui, you're firing at Hinkasesui. Why are you not firing? Because the signal says it's not supposed to. This is wide up to this one, isn't it? Yeah, this one. If it's less than 0, then load it. And we've got. Could it be because we're short of power, this isn't transmitting properly? Or is, let's see. Yeah, that's got the minus 100 in that it should have. We're got almost enough power now. Is that okay? That's the other one to shut down. It's not this one's kicked in yet. All right. It may. Why did that not grab any as they went past? Oh, that doesn't exist. Okay, I've run out of blue inserters. That's a pain. I'll just head back up there again, I suppose, and get some more. So, it's, yeah, I suspect that transmitter isn't working because it's short of power, and I think transmitters are a thing that they're either it's all or nothing with a transmitter, isn't it? And that does make perfect sense. Transmitter is either transmitting or it's not transmitting. You can't have a sort of going, yeah, maybe, kind of. Okay, they're on in there. Maybe they're up here. So I guess when they don't have enough power, they just shut down completely. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Never mind. Too late now. Right, head back down again. Yeah, that's what I thought. So if it's so it's probably not sending. Oh yeah, it's the old traditional problem with the where your coal mine runs out, where your coal supply runs out, so your coal mine shuts down because there isn't enough power coming in. But a slightly more advanced version of it for space exploration. So you run out of power, so your uranium. So your transmitter stops working, so you don't get any uranium through, so you can't make any more power. But that seems to have given it enough of a kick that we're now okay. I think, yeah, we don't actually have any more power we don't have any more power being produced than we did before. So obviously something has just shut down in my new base. It's produced as much as it's going to, and now it's all gone to sleep. I suspect that's going to be down to the lack of stone for producing the yes, only gets to orbit when it's supposed to get all the way down to the planet. Yeah, so I suspect the stone is the stone. There not being enough stone to make the circuits might be part of the problem. But that shouldn't stop the holmium being produced. We'll go over and have a look at that in a minute once these have got up to temperature. So how are they doing? Actually, I'm going to go over there now because they're going to actually. What? Why don't I just use map view? That's what it's there for. Right. How are we doing? So there's holmium coming through at a rate. There's blue circuits coming through at a very low rate. I don't know why power usage has dropped so much. This is not running flat out. In fact, this isn't running. This is hardly running at all. What's going on here? What are we short of here? Oh. Interesting. Okay, we've got too much. I take it all back. We've got too much stone, and that's what's caused it to shut down. Huh. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. I mean, I was expecting there to be plenty of stone, which is why I was so surprised earlier when it seemed like there wasn't enough. I guess that means I then need to crush the excess stone, turn it into glass. It's another source of glass. Oh, bloody hell. And what I can also do actually is switch those machines over to the non-vulcanite recipe, and that means they're going to be a bit less efficient, so they'll use up a bit more of the stone. And then I'll just have to put in crushers. I'll do that as inefficiently as I can, so I'll use construction machines, assembly machines instead of pulverizers. But yeah, so let's switch you guys over to the basic recipe. And then we go down here. We say, actually, we don't need this vulcanite stream coming in here. Thank you very much. We'll just have the There's only one. It's only got the stone on one side anyway. That's fine. Then I shall take this out from here like this. I said we'll take this out from here like this. And then I shall put in a load of assembly machines. And then we shall have to crush this to make glass, which is frustrating. Because as I say, I've got so much glass being produced at the moment. But we can. I guess we'll send this one. Maybe send this one to Norvis. What I kind of want is is a logistics rocket network mod. So so instead of so the rockets will just go to wherever the stuff is needed. So I could say on Norvis I could have a demand for a certain amount of stuff, but I don't believe you can modify the destination of a rocket based on the circuit network. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. I mean, I would like to, if there is a better way to do it, then I would definitely like to know. But I am not aware of said better way. That way. Oh, is it? Okay. Colour me unobservant. What? So, what would? How would I? How would I? Oh, right. So if you name all the landing pads the same, it will always go to the. It'll always go to an empty available landing pad. Ah, gotcha. Nice. Hmm. Yeah, I can see that working. Are you sure? Because you have to say which planet, and if you just, I won't fiddle with this one because I don't want to send that to a different place. Can we just say? Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, it only lists the ones that are on the selected planet, but it will go to anyone with that name. This isn't something I've tried, so I'm curious. So I could just type any landing pad with glass name. No, what? Oh, one matching location. That's not a very good search, is it, to be fair? What? How does this search work? I mean, this search doesn't work, but... Glass. Search. Yeah, so I mean, the way I thought you did it was you picked... Oh, any landing... Right, yeah, got it. Yes, I'm being dumb. Sorry, I'm going to blame the COVID vaccine I had earlier today. It's obviously affecting my thinking process. So yes, you can either say I want to go to this place and then choose a landing pad on it, or I can choose any landing pad that has the name. Well, in this case, it'd be Space Station Glass, but I can go off and change. I can go and change it to Glass Input or words to that effect. That's going to be really useful because that means I can set up a landing pad on all of the resource gathering planets called, I don't know, rocket parts or something like that, and then have a couple of places. So I'll have one in orbit because so many rockets go there, and then one on Norvis because that's where stuff's actually made, called, I don't know. They're all just trying to go to rocket supply pad, and then they'll just keep them all loaded. That's going to be really handy. Thank you, Andrew. That's fantastic. I'm a little bit miffed that I didn't work that one out myself, but I'm actually very, very glad that you pointed it out to me. Thank you. Much appreciated. Now, what I actually want to do here is select one of these, and I want to prioritize the right-hand side and then go like this and get rid of all of this because I don't actually want to do it this way around. This is going to be the other way up. Yeah, so I'm doing this because I want to make sure there's always a supply of stone for stone brick making, and then I'll branch it off here rather than feeding it all through. And it just feels better this way around. Like it's not going to risk missing some if to the stone brick supply. Okay, is this running fast enough? This is not running fast enough. I mean, it doesn't help there's some rogue vulcanite on the belt, but why are you stalled? Oh, you're stalled because yeah. Okay. I'm going to need to have 2 belts of sand going down here, or alternatively, actually, better idea. Why am I even doing this? Why am I not just going like this and doing the smelterage of it up here? Yeah, the game. I mean, the whole game is like that. Every time you think you know a good ways of doing everything, there's always a bigger fish. No. There we go. No. There we go. No. These won't be quite as fast as these ones, but the main reason for using the industrial furnaces is so you can use do the vulcanite recipes, and I don't care about the vulcanite recipes because I want to be inefficient with this as much as I can. And also because you can put more modules in, but again, that's not exactly a priority for me in this particular build. Squeeze extra. Oh. Yes. There you go. That's a weird thing. When I don't know how closely you're watching then, but when I put down an extra underneath the above it here, and then remove the one below, and that flipped it round, which is quite annoying. But never mind, I've sorted that out. No, the rockets are just getting fueled straight off. Well, at least actually this one isn't because I haven't put the pipework in for it yet. But the rockets are in theory just getting fueled straight up. Because to be honest, it doesn't really matter that much, and unless you're really short of fuel and you need to get some resources somewhere. It doesn't matter if one of your if your rocket happens to have fuel in it that it doesn't need. So I'd rather have it just fueled up and ready to go rather than faff around with trying to put pumps in saying don't launch the rocket until there's a green signal or anything like that. It just doesn't seem worth it. So these are all fueling up, and this one's it's only 33,000. It's not an enormous amount of fuel. I'm not too bothered about it taking a little while, because to be honest, by the time I've finished faffing around on this planet, it's going to be I'm going to have got. By the time I finish faffing around on this planet, they'll all be fueled up anyway. Now I've noticed there's all of the pods are here. Oh, that's true. Huh. Yeah, I hadn't thought of that. Other question is, what happens if a rocket has too much fuel in it when it launches? Does the excess fuel get left behind on the launch pad in the silo for use in the next rocket, or does it get wasted? I've done this in case you're wondering, so that these cargo pods get passed round and round and round, so that the rockets can always grab from them when they need to. Hopefully that'll keep it working. Otherwise, they'll all just pile up at the front end of it, and they'll never get through. Right. Yeah, that looks like it's probably going to work. This is ticking away. Got loads of light oil. Let's. So you say leaks back. Does that mean it needs tanks to put it into, or will it just, if the pipes were all 100% full because I'd not launched a rocket for ages, would it then just sit in the rocket silo until it was used and ready to be used later? Okay, it gets left in the silo. Thank you. That's good. That's how I would want it to be, and it makes sort of sense that way. So that's nice to hear. Clear this up. I did read somewhere fairly recently that you can exertus that you can pump fuel back out of a rocket silo if you want. So you can actually use them as a fuel storage place. If you put a pump on the output to a silo, it will actually pump the fuel back out of it, which is nice to know. These are both on the left side. Let's do that. Oh yes, Andrew has been reading the same thing as me, apparently. Oh, is this slow because I've got a throughput? Probably is. properly, Laurence, for goodness sake. That means down. There, yes, like that. I can't believe that took me 3 tries. That's such a basic Factorio thing. Totally blaming COVID. You can't prove otherwise. Right, and let's clear up this this belt as well, because I've got so many belts put down. I don't want to have unneeded ones that are just using up resources and adding confusion for me later, because it will just break my brain at some point. There we go. Okie dokie. How is everything doing? There's still not enough plastic for the red circuit, so my concerns about that were justified. There is not enough plastic for these. There is enough plastic here though, because we're not able to get rid of the stone quickly enough. Right, okay. Let's see. Okay, so we're definitely going to need a lot more practice, a lot more, that too, a lot more plastic. We're going to need more stone crushing and sand and glass making up here. So let's do that and that. And problem with this, of course, is that I'm now going to run into the this needs to be fixed again. I need an anti-productivity module, one that causes you to make less of whatever it is you're trying to make from the oh, well, that was pointless, wasn't it? It's not going to go through any faster. I don't know why I did that. Oh, I do know I've done that. I can do this. Have that as 2 separate modules, 2 separate sections essentially. In which case it's 9, wasn't it? That was a silly number. I always seem to build these things in 9s, and it's because, or in groups of 3 rather. It's because for a thing like this you can get 3 machines powered off a single pylon, well, a pylon on each side, and therefore it's a convenient unit to copy and paste. It's probably a fairly silly reason, but it works for me. Let's go and nick some more of the roboports like that one. And that one. You know, subconsciously, sometimes if you're trying to make your character go faster, you press on the keyboard too hard. Yeah, I did that. It's not a good idea when you've just had a needle in the arm. It's slightly uncomfortable. Oh dear. I've looked at various rate calculating mods. Is this one of them? No, that's a module inserter. I've tried the factory planner mod, and this was absolutely horrible. I played around with it a little bit, couldn't get my head around it. It didn't seem to give me any useful information, so I gave up. Most of the time, I tend to do it by the OO method, where you just go and slap a load of stuff down, see if it's fast enough. If it's not fast enough, you put some more in. If it is fast enough, then you don't worry about it. And that, to be honest, that tends to be good enough. Yes, it's not perfect, it's not great. There are better ways to play the game, but it's usually good enough. What I normally do is I do it in with creative mod running, and that way you can slap down a huge section. You can slap down loads of stuff quickly, bung a load of modules in, see how it's running, and decide whether it's good enough or not. What? Copy, paste. Are these not placed? What? Yeah. Why? Oh, I've run out of blue inserters again. Damn it. Fine. Have these. That'll do. Are these all real? Yes, they are. Good. And that seems to be, yeah, it takes enough sand to make a glass that belt isn't overfull. Okay, good. Oh, and I need more and more inserted down here as well. It's a bit random which ones it's picked to put down and which ones it hasn't, but... Okay, that seems to be working. how am I getting on? What have I not done yet? Oh yes, plastic. Plastic. Petroleum gas is still struggling. Have we got enough down here for all of the... Even sulfuric acid is struggling. Okay, I'm going to probably need to just suck it up and make some more of the... make some more oil refineries. I don't think there are any in the available supplies of stuff. I can't see any in there. Okay, I'm going to need some stone bricks for that, and then I'll just have to pocket craft them. That's mildly annoying, but at least it's not too difficult. There's the groan you were waiting for earlier. Where are they? That one. Copper. These are all things I have now, which is quite nice. But I could set up a there they are. Glass. Okay. All right. I'm happy to pick up a bigger load of glass to use as well. In fact, so what short of now? Copper again. This is going to take a long time to get all of the to build up enough of these, but hopefully, once I've got it sort of going, I can then think about it and I can start putting down the blueprints and things. Just get it up and running. And there's plenty of space down here. In fact, if I just pull up this... If I pull up all of these power poles, I've no idea why these are here. They're probably there for roboports earlier. And if I pull up this... I've cut off power to everything. Okay, apparently that power pole wasn't... Those power poles were needed. Where was that getting power from? Oh, probably over here. Like this. There we go. So if I pull up all of those, which I have, I can now copy this whole shenanigan, drop it in here. I'll replace that at some point, probably, unless I forget. Put in, yep, that's lined up. I think I kind of need that roboport back down here because there's a lot of stuff being built. Where is it? Why is it so hard to find stuff in the inventory? There we go. Have I still got power everywhere? No, I've cut the power off up there. Okay, I hope I haven't run out of pipes. I mean, yes, those are things I can make, but making pipes is annoying because it just takes forever. The fact that this isn't getting built up makes me think I have run out of pipes. That's sucks. In fact, I'm going to put down an assembly machine for this. This is getting silly. Oh, I'm almost out of iron as well. Where's that being made? Oh yeah, it's further south. That should be a provider chest, actually. Ooh, YouTube's broken. Oh, and we're back. I don't know how noticeable that was to the rest of you, but YouTube flashed up showing it was broken for me. So, oh, let's plunder this as well for my pipes. This thing, be a bit less for me to make. They're up here. There we go. 5,000. Oh, we're nearly there. One more to make. Okay, maybe there's enough. Maybe there's enough in the buffer that it was okay. I think I deliberately set it to ultra low latency, which means it's slightly more fragile, but it does make it a bit easier to have a conversation with you guys, because there's always the problem with streaming that because of the lag, you get the lag between me saying something and you saying something and me saying something and you hearing it. Therefore, when you reply, I don't. It goes a bit funny, but yeah, if we're getting enough of that, if it's running fast enough, then I won't worry too much. And that one. it doesn't seem to be too difficult to have a little bit of a conversation anyway, so I'm reasonably happy. And I don't think in a single player game of Factorio, I don't think I need to worry about being stream sniped. Right, that's doubled my oil production, my gas production now, and I've cut the bloody power off again. There we go. Yes, this tank is actually starting to fill up a little bit. Maybe. Yes, it is. Excellent. Now, I did cut off the supply of gas to the sulfur production, so we need to put that back. There we go. So we're probably still not going to be producing quite as much as I'd like. Yeah, that's... Is that going down slowly? It's oscillating between 4.8 and 4.9. So yeah, that's going down because now it's going between 4.8 and 4.7. Okay, that's a shame. And I still don't have remotely enough plastic coming through. So do I need to do that again? Maybe I do. Let's pull these pipes up again. And how much of it can I fit in this time? How many more? Okay, we'll do that much. And then that. And the water pipe needs to be tweaked. There we go. Run out. Oh, okay, give that some more iron. There we go. As long as I don't run out of underground pipes, because those are really annoying to when you run out of them because they take forever to build. Why are there all these? Oh, all these are here for the these chemical plants are supposed to be on the other side making plastic. Okay, let's make more plastic because this isn't enough. So we want another one of them. And if we put it in the right place, we can line it up with the existing. Maybe we can't. No, we can't. Oh, we should be able to. It should line up 100% if we put it in the right place. I think I won't worry about that for now. I'll put it here. Is this going to bite me in the if I do? And there's two places for it to get for each. Yeah, let's try. Let's risk that. And if we get these, we can underground. It's always when I'm clicking on things, trying to click on things repetitively. There we go. Okay, get the coal through there. No. Stick with yellow belts. There's no point going faster at the moment. We can do that. Underground going up there. I'll need to do it. I'll run a belt upgrade planner. In fact, I'll do that now while I think of it. Upgrade. I wish there was a way to say all yellow belt stuff to all blue belt stuff, because otherwise you have to go in sort of 3 times over. No, that's wrong anyway. And do it like this. And then splitters as well, especially the splitters. Those are the most important for what I'm trying to do. Good. Thank you for the planner. And all of that needs to be upgraded. Okay, and then we can feed this in here. Why are the... I can't have run out of chemical plants. I brought hundreds of them. Didn't I? I mean, okay, I've used quite a few elsewhere, but... Yeah, there's 66 in here somewhere. Why is it not building them? I've split my robo networks again. Oh. So many things to get wrong. Has that done it? Yes, it has. Good. Okay, that will double my plastic throughput as long as I don't run out of oil, which is a very real possibility. As long as I don't run out of petroleum gas, which is a very real possibility because I've just almost doubled the load on it as well. but I do need to link this up like that. That one's going. That. Don't need that one. Do need that one. Don't need that one. Do need that. Oops. Oh, phooey. This is why. This is the sort of. Oh, this is going to come back and bite me that I was talking about. But never mind. I can line it up like that, and like that. And you've already got one. Are these all running? And if not, why not? No, because I've run out of blue inserters. And blue inserters I could probably build. In fact, I've got all the stuff to build all of the inserters now, because I am actually making red circuits on this planet. But never mind, I've got these. I've got all these green ones in my pockets. I'm going to use them. Okay, those are all green lights. I'm going to go briefly to the loo. I shall be back in a moment, but I've been playing for a little while now, so nature calls. Back in a sec. And back again. Right, so that's twice as much plastic, and with the upgraded belts here, we can actually push it all through. So, and this bottom one seems to be fairly stable. It's going, yeah, it's going up faster than it's going down. So I reckon that's okay. And if that one's okay, assuming there isn't a problem with the getting rid of stone or sand from that one, which there probably is. That must be this one. So stone's coming out fine because it's at the bottom. Sand is not coming out so fine. But it is almost. It's. I think I need. Oh no, it's not. This is massively backed up all the way along here. I need to. Yeah, I need to deal with sand in a more speedy and efficient way. Or rather, I probably just need to put in a second belt of it, bringing it down. Okay, so that's why that one's got enough. This is growing rather than shrinking, I think, because there's things down here that are using it and that aren't, and it's not gone all the way down to the bottom, right at the bottom here. So I think we probably do have enough plastics for the for making the cation beads. So that's good. We just don't have enough. Probably still don't have enough of the red circuits. Where are the red circuits up here? Yeah, there's hardly any coming through this way. However, if these are backing up gradually, then maybe that means eventually we'll get to the point where it'll all go down the this one, and that'll be enough, and we'll have red circuits in sufficient quantities. Maybe, we'll see. How's the gas holding up? Oh, it's going up. Excellent. I could probably then put in another block of these and make even more plastic. I think I'll do that. And once again, I'm going to pull up pylons and then act confused when everything stops working. Oh, that'll be even better if I put those in as well. I'm going to pull these two up and then act very confused when everything gets unplugged and stops working. So I'll put in like that, like that. There we go. And pull those up. Back. And move that to there. Right, need another paste of that, like so. Again, we've got the belts the wrong way around. we still don't have any blue inserters. Fine, I'll do that and that. Oh, power. Let's make sure all the underground pipes are linked up. So you're going to that one, that's fine. There, that's fine. Can't do that one. Can't do that one. This is the proper tricky one again. What are you? You're that one. Yes. And no. Do you not have an output inserter? Excerter. There we go. No? Oh, what? Have I run out of those as well? Okay. The Right. There we go. Triple the plastic production. That should mean so now we've got. Oh no, that's not full. That's not full. That's not. So we've got. Is that? That presumably must just be because I had a load cached in there. It's been dumped into there. Okay, right. I think that is now more plastic being made, and yeah, these have all ground to a not to a complete stop, but they pause briefly, and then there's a flurry of it, and then it stops again. I think so. Now we can see, yeah, most of it is going up that way. I think. Now the question is what? Oh. Well, that's terrible. No wonder I was short of. No wonder it was so short of plastic up there. Turns out these four things, each one of these is going to each of the four production-y things, and then I split this one to go between the top one and the red circuit production. No wonder there's been no plastic for red circuits. Yeesh. So what I'm going to do about that is upgrade this to blue, in the hope that that means just more of it will flow along there, and then there'll be more to split between those two. That's a bit rubbish, but yeah, that is definitely more now. It's going to be, yeah, it's enough that it will always be using up all of what comes out of down here. I think I need to upgrade this one as well, actually. Yeah, so now we can pump this through as fast as we can, probably as fast as we can make it. Oh, I missed a bit. As fast as we can make it. And that should mean a lot more flowing through up here. Yes, we've got an absolutely solid yellow belt now. I could upgrade this to a blue as well. In fact, I think I will. Just to keep going as much as possible, and then yeah, we can actually start producing. Hopefully, we can then start producing blue circuits at the rate I want to be producing them at. See how that goes. It's a standard Factorio thing, though, really, isn't it? You build for what you want your output to be, and then you sort of work your way back up the steps to the essentially just increasing the production rate until you've got as much of everything as you want. And now we've actually got a full rocket here. That's amazing. Not so much the blue circuits. That's not so amazing. But I think that's probably going to. I think the holmium is going to be absolutely fine now. Blue circuits I do want to make run faster because it's not quick enough as it is. Although that said, once the holmium backs all the way up, everything else will stop using the plastic, so that'll then all be available for the blue circuit production. So I think this system on this planet is going to be absolutely fine, and we can start chucking out the rockets full of holmium now as and when. Yeah, there's still a little bit being passed through here. having the yellow belts in the middle here actually works as quite a nice sort of limiting factor to stop all of the plastic being just going down that way, so that's potentially good. Also, that said, if it was blue all the way around, then this would have just backed up much faster, and so we'd be in the same position. Okay, so I think we are nearly there with this outpost. This has taken a lot longer than I expected, to be honest. I was thinking I'd be putting. Well, I was actually intending, as I said, I was intending to put the finishing touches on this before I even started this stream, but life got away from me a bit. And then I was thinking, well, it'll only take a little while to get it finished. But no, everything always takes a lot longer than expected. Right, so you're going to be a copy of that one. You're going to be, the other one's going to be a copy of that one. And then you guys are only allowed to load when there's a full rocket, when there is a completed rocket signal, like that. Oh, and they need power. So this rocket should build pretty quickly. Oh, it's not taking in any fuel because it doesn't know where it's going. Well, it's taking in 11,000 fuel, even though it doesn't know where it's going, but okay. Whatever. So as you can see, we're building the rocket here. You can see the number of sections going up, nearly half done. Got the capsule. This is all working exactly as it should, which is nice. I like it when a plan comes together. And it's already got some glass in it from when we were loading before, but it's stopped now because I've wired these ones up to only load when you've actually got a finished rocket condition set. And so we'll see in a few seconds. I'll zoom out because this is always loud. The rocket completes, the rocket emerges, and then we get the signal coming out of here saying the rocket has finished, and then all of these inserters should start inserting again. Like, come on. Oh, no, greater than 0, not less than 0. Getting your greater thans and less thans the right way around is very important in, well, pretty much everything, actually. Okay, so I need a second belt of sand coming out of here, because this is just not working. Or was it? Actually, it probably is now because all of this is backed up. But let's assume it's not working. So the first belt, even though I can do so much stuff remotely, it's often easier to do it by hand. So right, let's see. We've got 4 of these things producing sand at a crazy rate. So this one's putting on the right hand side of that belt. Let's have this one put it on the left hand side of that belt. And then we come down here, got the same sort of thing happening. I want to start another belt. Bring it down here. Bolt all of this. It's probably going to be the only way to do it. And here, rotate that one. And link that onto there, then link that down there, and then we need to have a second copy of this. Does it need to be this big? I can't remember. I don't care. Put it the other way up. Place it like that. That. And then we go, oh dear, I've run out of yellow. Yellow? I've run out of blue inserters again, no doubt. But still, that's at least going in the right, moving things in the right direction. And I think this system should produce glass, should pump the glass through quickly enough that we'll have enough of everything. Oh, here's another thing that I've inadvertently cut off. There you go. Have some power. Maybe that's why things have slowed down and stopped making acid. No, I don't think so. Actually, there's cation beads everywhere. Okay, so how are we getting on? Let's see. Think all of this through. We've got. Is there anything left I haven't done? I've got this is now running at a better speed. We still only have about half as many red circuits coming through as we actually need. What does plastic look like at the moment? Poor. Is that because it's because we're running out of petroleum gas again. Oh, goodness. No, we've got loads of crude oil. Okay, there is just too much demand on the petroleum gas for the amount for the way I've got this set up. I need to either put in even more of this, which I mean is possible. Have I got any of those left that when I got carried away with making them? No, but I mean I can make more if I have to. I need more copper. That's doable. Yeah, this is I think I just need to put in some more oil refineries. It's getting a bit crazy, but never mind. Oh, that's interesting. We're starting to run out of the stone. What I'm gonna do? Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna make some more. I'm gonna make some more of the oil refineries. So I can get that coming through a bit faster. Now what copper again? Uses a lot of copper for these things. But you know what? There we go. And stone bricks. And copper again, still. Right. Yeah, I'm going to put in some more oil refineries because I think the reason it's struggling and we're not getting out as much plastic as I want to get out is because there isn't enough petroleum gas being produced. There isn't enough petroleum gas being produced because there aren't enough oil refineries, and there aren't enough oil refineries because I have to make them by hand and I get bored. Yeah, that'll do. Link it like that. That's linked already. That one isn't. Oh dear, I've run out of underground pipes in my inventory. I hope there's more in the logistics network. Oh dear. Let's see how that gets on. But that'll again shove another third onto my plastic production potentially. What happened? Oh yeah, I picked up the machine that was making the pipes, didn't I? Let's do that again. Start making pipes. Pipes are in here. Pipes. Put the ingredients in, Laurence. That'd be useful. Those ones. And yeah, whatever. Okay. Have we got? Yeah, we've got the underground pipes in there. So my worries about the supply of them having run out were unfounded. So that's good. Power is as usual is an issue. That'll do. And I've run out. Yes, I've run out of speed modules, but again, I'm not too bothered about that, I think. This doesn't really matter. At this stage, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I've run out of them in my inventory as well. Thinking power, yes, I've got plenty. Okay, so that will again give me another good boost in the amount of oil in the amount of petroleum gas being produced, as long as I don't run out of crude oil. That's the slight worry. But that should then, yeah, that should be okay. Now, my one thing I'm curious about, am I producing blue circuits faster here than I am on Norvis? And I think I am. Even with this system not running quite as optimally as I would like it to, I'm pretty sure that's actually producing them faster than my significantly larger system down here on the planet, which is about here. Yeah, it's definitely better, definitely a lot better. Okay. So my plan is that I'm going to leave the system on Norvis, producing the blue circuits that I need to be used on Norvis, at least for now, and I'm going to have this one producing the ones that are going to be used on the space station. You can have all of those, and I guess put. Oh no, it won't let me do that. Okay. I am going to need another vulcanite rocket soon, though, I'm noticing. Which is a little bit of an opponent. These should not have ended up with rocket parts. Didn't I set these all to blacklist? Yes, I did. Oh, no, I set them to blacklist stacked ones, not stacked. Okay. Fair enough then. Put all of them in here. Put all of that in here, I guess. I'm just trying to get rid of some of the rubbish that's built up in my inventory while I've been running around just grabbing things. So put the stone in that one. I saw some rocket pods, cargo pods down here as well, which I want to get rid of. Okay. So the other thing I was thinking of doing, or considering doing before I left... Did I put those on the right side? Yes, I did. The other thing I was considering doing before I left was setting up some extra mining on this planet. So let's have a look, see how it's doing. There's still 1 million iron, and we don't use a great deal of that. 3 million copper, 12 million holmanite, 2 million copper, 3.6. There's another 3.4. Yeah, I think that's probably okay, especially given there's like 26 million holmanite in that mine. So I'm happy with that. So I think that probably means I'm ready to leave at this point. I've left an enormous amount of resources built up on this planet in all the chests, in the drills and things. But that means I can come back here without too much worry and set up new drills, new mines when I need to, or maybe just lob a Spidertron out here someday, and that would be quite useful, and expand that way. So the glass one, I'm going to leave this for now because I can reprogram this from elsewhere, but it's got everything it needs. So I'm going to go to the spaceport, and I'm going to have a brief frenzy of renaming all of my landing pads up there to remove the word spaceport from them, because at the moment I've got I've got all of these ones. So space station coal, space station copper, space station iron, steel, green, so on and so on and so on and so on. So there's loads of these. They're all called space station because that's where it was. So I was naming them after the place, so I could send rockets to them. But with what we were talking about earlier, I can just go through and name these things like coal drop, copper drop, iron drop, and so on. And then the rockets will go there just whenever stuff is needed, and that's going to be so much better. That's going to make life so much easier in the future, because I've got a space station glass here, which that one will go to eventually. And I can just leave it set to do that whenever there's space there. And it's also going to mean I can get rid of some of the... I actually set up a lot of my launch pads with logic to set where they were going to use the signal transfers and say whether they were to launch or not. And that's now completely unnecessary. If I'm just going to launch and launch and launch until there's some in the landing pad, then that's just going to be a bit easier. So yeah, that's good. What do I need for a Spidertron? Spidertron. Low density structures, building those. Rocket control units, they're around somewhere. Heavy girders I'm not making, but I believe I have researched those. Biomass I have in space. Rocket launchers I can make. RTGs are bloody expensive, but I can make them. Yeah, basically there's nothing insurmountable in there, I don't think. No, I've made those. There's nothing insurmountable. I've got a lot of this stuff, but some of it's really expensive. Another 50 low density structures to go into that, and I need 8 of them, so it's another 400. So we need 550 low density structures, a buttload of rocket control units, masses of... Yeah, this is why I've not built any. There's just an enormous amount of stuff that goes into them, and I haven't put it all together yet. Maybe in my space station I'll have a Spidertron producing module as well as all the science producing ones. Just because there's so much stuff. Yeah. But for now, I think I'm going to hop in this rocket and get out of here. I'm going to get out again and go and panic because I'm fairly sure there's going to be something I've forgotten. Maybe I should just launch the first one and then have a look afterwards. I don't know. Why? Oh, it's just not much acid making it down this far. I mean, it knows it's supposed to be an acid pipe, but there isn't any. Why is there none? Have I screwed this up again? No, I haven't. Is it just there is no... What? Why is it so... Oh, it's just all getting slurped out so quickly by plastic production that we're not making any acid. And so if we're not making any acid, then there's no throughput of the... Well, there's no throughput of holmanite anyway because we've filled up on it, but I think, yeah, that's backed up nicely now. So Still, I'm still a bit perturbed by the rate of plastic production, because I've gone in, I've put in more of these refineries, and now it seems to slow down. Now that's probably because there was a bit of a buffer in the tank that I've worked through with the extra chemical plants. So that's probably why they were all running, and I was getting like a full half belt coming through here, and now it's stopped. Speaking of stopped, oh, acid is again, yeah. But I'm a bit perturbed at how slowly this is producing petroleum gas. Is it always this? Is it always this slow? Am I just being exceptionally greedy? Because there isn't a shortage of oil on the input. It's just not producing it as fast as I'd like it to. These machines aren't going. Have I not got enough? Why are you not? Okay, let's investigate more closely. None of these machines are running. Why are you not running? Because you've got too much. Oh, right. I understand. It's because this is full. Oh, goodness sake. I feel much happier now that I've worked it out, though. There we go. That's enough of your nonsense. Let's just quadruple it, and we'll make it work through brute force and applied large numbers of. Oh, and I need to copy this bit as well. Are we all in bot area here? Yes, we are. Okay. The other question is, do we have enough? Are we missing anything on Henke? Okay, we're missing a load of pipes, inserters, speed modules. Okay. That's true. Yeah. It's not a bad idea. I've got a load of beacons that I'm not using. I'm going to have to redesign the whole thing, because it won't fit in amongst the pipe work. Yeah, because then I could put more speed modules and productivity modules in to offset them. I mean, yes, I would like to do that, but I've already built it and I am feeling kind of lazy, so I'm maybe not. But I thought I saw some some errors. It's an excellent point, but I think I won't. I'm gonna be lazy about it. However, I'll try and remember next time I set up something like this to think about beacons, and because then I can use productivity modules as well as speed and efficiency, and it'll all just run a bit more nicely, and that'd be better. Yeah, because I could put beacons in down here and efficiency-ize these, or speed them up a bit. This is backed up now, actually, which solved the problem for me. What were we saying we were short of? Oh, it was pipes, so we need to put more iron in this. Have some more iron. There we go. Make some more pipes. And then we're down to just the speed modules and the... Oh, where are the blue inserters that we're short of? No, it's none of this. That's all pipes. Oh, here. No, it's pipes. Here are the blue inserters we're short of. Okay, I'm going to make a load of blue inserters and just shove them in a box. Because I think... What do you need for blue inserters? Okay. How many do I need? 36. Okay, I'm going to go and get some green circuits. While that's all building up all of the the pipes I asked for, I'll go up here and get some green circuits from here. What? No, don't give me modules. No, that's not what you're supposed to do. I wanted to, oh, stone. Right, yeah. Give me your green circuits. I know you've got some cached in here. Thing is, as soon as I launch a rocket, I'm going to have enormous amounts of stone available to me again. So that's going to things like that are going to stop being a problem. Bloody hell, there's a lot of parts of inserters. I always forget just how complicated inserters are. Hang on a minute. I've got machines down here to do all of this for me. that I built up last time I was on this planet. I completely forgot about them. Right. Blue. I'm building miners as well. And I've got 21 blue inserters in there as well. Why is this stopped? Why is this stopped? Because the recipe changed, and this is one of the places I've not changed it. For goodness sake. Way back in, many centuries ago, there was an update to the recipe for electric motors. For electric motors? Yeah, electric motors. So they no longer take piston engines, which makes a lot of sense. I'm all for that. I don't see the reason why. I've only got 28. I don't see a good reason for making an electric motor to require a small petrol engine. So yeah, good. But it's broken a lot of things where I've slapped down a load of machines to make them. So yeah. I'll just sit here and cover this box in a cloud of black smoke. There we go. 37. I think I wanted 36. Yes, good. Yeah, so that recipe change was quite annoying. So I've been keeping quite a reasonably careful eye on all of the space exploration upgrades release notes since then to make sure there haven't been any other sneaky recipe changes that are going to make me sad. Because that was very, very annoying. You've run out of iron again, haven't you? Yes, you have. Okay, so now how are we doing in this tank? It's 24,000. Because, of course, the pipes that are missing are very, very important pipes. It couldn't start building at this end and then finish off with the ones over here. No, that'd be far too sensible. Oh, well. Why is... Oh, bloody hell. Yeah, another thing I've discovered relatively recently is that when you have an inserter feeding directly onto a splitter, it doesn't actually feed directly on. It feeds onto the far side of the splitter, not the near side of the splitter, and that's quite annoying. Because then you get this problem you're seeing here, where the outer two exerters don't. Yeah, grumble, grumble, grumble. I need to use some underneathies for that. No, not that one. There. Better. Oh no, I don't. I just whack the belt straight across the top, because that does work, as I'm demonstrating there. No. That way. Oh, I'm starting to struggle. What? There. Okay, right, that's working again. The problem is, if you get this problem, he says with slight redundancy, then because you never unload the outer two chests, then you never actually get the stuff flowing, unloading properly. The station never counts as properly emptied, so you just never end up with. But what if I that and that? No, they're both feeding onto. I thought I had a really good idea then that was going to make this much easier, but I didn't. Yeah, so you get the problem where they don't unload onto the because they're both trying to unload into the same. No. Start again. Speak English. Let's try this again. Let's try this again from the top. Right. So you get the problem where this inserter is unloading onto the far side of the splitter, and therefore this chest never gets emptied. So you see this one's got 412 in, this one's still got 1.6 thousand in it, and so these never get emptied. Therefore you end up with these chests packed full, and then the train never comes to this part of the station because, well, why would it? This to the station because it thinks there's already loads in there. So yeah, that's a bit frustrating, as you can tell by the way I am getting mildly frustrated. Let's pick up all of that and just redo it from scratch. But I'd completely forgotten that was a thing when I made the stations, of course. So we want one there, like that. and then unload like this, like this. This isn't going to work at all, is it? Because then I'm going to need to have one there and that across there, and that's just not going to work. Okay, what I can do is move that across a few to there. Bot frenzy, put a load of coal in the chests, but never mind. And then I can tidy this up a bit and make it look a bit less ridiculous. The new dragging with belts system is really, really nice, except when you're doing this. When you're doing something weird, then it's mildly annoying. But the rest of the time, it's so useful, I forgive it. Okay. Oh no, that was supposed to be one of them. Which one of these is full of coal? That one. Okay. I've done a load of prevaricating. What was I waiting for? Ah, yes, this. This is still not working fast enough. Why not? Why are these machines all asleep? This is full? What? Oh, okay, all right. If these are all full, if this is ground to a halt because the tanks are full, that I actually don't care about. Good. It looks like that's sorted. We've got the sulfur coming through at an appropriate rate. The appropriate rate is not apparently a sufficiently high rate. I'm going to improve this. That much of it. Twice more. I do feel I'm starting to just tinker a little bit with this planet now. I think I've pretty much got all of the stuff I need, and it's all working, except for the blue inserters. And I'm just sort of fiddling with things and trying to bring things up to speed now. So I apologise for the false advertising where I said I was going to go and hopefully go and fiddle with science. That has yet to happen, but maybe it'll happen. I think I heard sounds of cooking earlier, so my dinner might appear fairly soon. But that doesn't mean I can't. I don't know. I don't know whether it means I should carry on or not. It seems a little rude isn't the word I'm looking for, but I don't know. I don't know whether you guys want to hear me chewing while I'm playing, basically. No, actually, I'll rephrase that. I'm pretty sure you guys don't want to hear me chewing while I'm playing, so I probably shouldn't try and combine streaming and eating. Was I doing like that? No. That. There we go. Right, okay, that's clearly enough sulfur now because it's, completely backed up. Question is, how is the amount of sulfuric acid doing? Reasonably. Let's stick a tank in there because I've got like a million of them left. And it's nice to have a tank because then you can... A tank is good because whilst you can get an impression of whether you're doing, how well you're doing by just keeping an eye on the amount of fluid in the pipe. Like if it's pegged at 100, then you know you're doing pretty well. You've probably got enough in there. And if it's a 0, then you haven't. But it's between those two. It's a bit harder to tell because you don't know whether it's a little. Well, actually no. If it's not quite 100%, then you probably haven't quite got enough. But if you can look at a tank like this and see it actually filling up, then you know you've got plenty. And everything is going great. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to launch this first rocket, this one here with all of the holmanite in it. I'm going to tell it to go to Norvis orbit to the. I'm going to set up somewhere for it to go. What am I making? Holmium, which is this one. So, oh, interesting. I wasn't expecting to have a rocket pad in here for a little while, so I need to re-add the rocket pad there. Should be some. Yep, here it comes. It's the bot. So yeah, I had this idea that I'd drop some of them down to just using the delivery cannon chest for a little while, while I just get things set up. So we'll call this, in the interest of getting things set up for later, I should call this holmium in, holmium drop, like that. Yeah, so I was thinking for things like iridite and some of the other exotic stuff. So vitamelange I probably will do the same for as well, and maybe uranium. I'm going to have these dropped into delivery cannon chests to start with, just to sort of while I haven't gone out to that planet and built up an entire rocket-based system, essentially. Okay, so we've got one called holmium drop, so I can come back here. I can say I want you to go to holmium drop, and I want you to launch when cargo full. So that should immediately launch. Launch on cargo full. So that rocket fuel. Oh, rocket fuel isn't quite enough, so it's just topping that up. That's fine. And then the next one should automatically launch as well, because it'll be there'll be enough space in the warehouse up there to empty the rocket. And then the third one probably shouldn't go, because I think there should. Well, it's slightly borderline. So we should see a rocket come in here any moment now. There it is. Dunk, 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 dunk. And then we have all of the cunning rocket unloading system here, so all the rocket parts go out on there. The capsule went out as well, as you can see, and now it's dumping the holmium into this warehouse, and then also out of the warehouse onto the belt down here, and into a chest to go into my train of stuff. So that's backed up quite quickly, as more or less as you'd expect. This is unloading. This is gradually unloading as well, and there is enough room in a warehouse to unload an entire rocket. I think they've got there's 512 stacks in that, 610 in there, but that's for the rocket part. So there's only 500 stacks of rocket cargo will go in here. So that will be fine. And then so we can then potentially have another rocket launched as soon as it's ready. How's that? Okay, so I don't expect this to fill up quite so quickly this time. Well, I don't expect it to be ready to launch immediately. But we can now think about this entire system now being under load instead of idling, and see how things go. So now we've got the these belts should now start to flow. It's all going onto a single belt. I should double-side that belt. Why is that belt not double-sided? That's a nonsense. Let's go in and do that. Let's play the game control system properly. Right, okay, so here, do that. On the next one, exactly the same. And now I don't care about it being limited throughput on the earlier parts of the belt, because there's 4 of these things. Thank you. Hooray, dinner. There's 4 of these things feeding onto the same belt, so that's not going to be a problem. So splitting it here is going to be absolutely fine. And then one more down here. There. And that should then get the entire system under a bit of load, because it gives it all somewhere to dump out, unload onto. So, right. It also means that the sand starts flowing again, and the stone, so we can start making blue circuits again properly, hopefully. I don't know. I'm sort of torn as to whether I should start pumping stone in here from yet another station. I mean, I could do that. Hey, Buck, how's it going? Sorry, yes, my dinner has just turned up, and so I probably do need to eat it before it gets cold. This is probably a fairly good place to end the stream at, to be honest. I've been going for about 3 hours now. That's quite a long time, blimey. And quite a long time to been talking for. Yeah, it's time to go because Buck's arrived. That's exactly what I meant. No, so it's been quite a productive stream, I think. I haven't managed to get on with the science stuff that I wanted to do, because I needed to get the holmium up and finished first. But I have got that working. There've been oh so many bits of random yak shaving that I've dealt with. But let's have a quick look around and see what I've done first. Yeah, that's unfortunate timing, I'm afraid. If you want, there will be the stream will be uploaded to YouTube so everyone can watch it. But I know that I can understand if watching a stream on sort of playback isn't the most exciting thing in the world. I do completely understand. But yeah, thank you for trying to join for the live part of it at least. So let's see, what do we do? I built up this system down here for dealing with the sand that's outputted from the production system. We've got all of this was I finished off all of this building stuff around here, which is running out. It was kind of running okay, but there was a bit of a problem with it because there were a lot of bits missing. So I flew up another rocket with all those parts in. Built up another station, built up the the oil processing here, all of that sort of stuff. And then up here, there's a little bit more of the glass and sand processing, but potentially this isn't going to be required because I reckon that I perhaps need to have some sort of buffering system in this as well, and only unload if it's full. So maybe I'll add that in. But basically, we've now got my rockets all filling up with the various different resources that are needed, even if the blue circuits aren't going quite as fast as I would like. And so, yeah, I think things are going quite well. I think it's been quite a productive session. That's pretty much all I've done. This bit here, I've been spent the last 3 hours fiddling with this. It's been ridiculous. Why are we complaining down here? Oh, because we don't have any modules. That's okay. I don't care about that. Right. Well, I feel like there's been a lot of stuff has been put in here. You can see from all the icons on there, especially if I turn that off. All these icons, you can see how many machines are in here, how much is going on, and yeah, it's all tied together quite nicely. So I think we've got to a point where I'm happy to sort of draw a bit of a line under this, call it this part is done. We'll see how for the next sort of session, I guess, want of a better word. We'll see how when I end up playing. I need to make a video or two before I of all the stuff I've been doing. Otherwise, the people who are only watching the video streams will get a bit left behind. So, and I don't want that to happen. But yeah, I'll try and squeeze in another midweek stream if that if sort of the calendar allows. So hopefully I'll see some of you guys on Wednesday. Any questions, let me know. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, yada yada yada. It would be nice to get a few more subscribers in. I've broken 200. I'm at about 210 at the moment, but there's that sort of YouTube sets 1,000 for you as a bit of a goal to try and get to. So I'd like to get there. So yeah, thanks everyone for watching, and I hope you've had as much fun as I have. And I'll see you next time.